Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Next Level Junior Classic. I'm Bo McMichael here at the Next Level Junior Classic studio. Glad to have everybody with us. Sit back and enjoy a great time this afternoon. Get to see what these future seniors throughout the United States get an opportunity to perform their talents. Going to be a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. We'll have multiple angles for you, an insight of what these past 3 days have dealt with. These gentlemen have had chances to be a part of seminars, be a part of practices, film studies, and the sole opportunity to make it to the next level. I'm Bo McMichael, and this is the Junior Classic of 2021. And as you can see, kickoff's about to start. We got two gentlemen sitting by our side for the coin toss. And with no further ado, I'd like to bring in our two commentators of tonight, Dorian Johnson and Craig Chapman. Dorian Johnson and Craig Chapman, how you gentlemen doing tonight? We'll see if we get the unmute button in technology-wise. Sometimes that's a little bit harder than hoped, but we'll get that clicked and get started. It's great to have them out there on site at Kings Ridge Christian Academy. There we go. Hey, it's no further ado. Craig, Dorian, how are y'all both doing?
We're good. Yeah, we're doing well.
Well, good. It's not raining, and it seems like it's been raining for 7 years. So I'm just happy that it's not raining at this point. Gentlemen, I'm going to let y'all take it away. I'm going to sit back here in the studio and let y'all talk a little bit about this Next Level Classic. Dorian, you had a chance Friday and Saturday to be a part of this event, filming and seeing what these gentlemen are up to tonight or this afternoon. And Craig, this is your second Junior Classic that you had a chance to call. So it'll be great to get insight. And you actually, Dorian, you had a chance last year to be a part of that whole experience up in South Carolina. So it's going to be a lot of fun here this afternoon. Well, we're excited. Gentlemen, I'm going to give it to you to take it away, and I'll be quiet in this crazy world. I'm Bo McMichael, handing it over to Dorian Johnson and Craig Chapman here at Kings Ridge Christian School. Gentlemen, take it away.
Once again, my name is Dorian Johnson. My colleague here on campus of Christian Ridge School here in at Van Sant Stadium here for today's contest in the Next Level Junior Classic. So with today's game, you have Team Drip versus Team Swag. Team Drip is going to be in white jerseys, gray pants, and Team Swag is going to be in red jerseys and black pants.
And last year, the 2020 game, we got to for you. Team Drip won 28-7, but it was a game that was much closer than that. If you can recall that, Coach Herb Haygood's Team Drip up 14-7 late last year, intercepts 2 passes and returns them for touchdowns to get to the final score of 28-7 for Team Drip. And from that game, there were some signees that came directly from it. You had Robbie Harrison, who was a defensive lineman, then went to Arizona State. And then there was Quintavious Gaskins, a defensive back that went to Vanderbilt. Dakota Quinones, an offensive lineman to Dartmouth. Owen Spell, an offensive lineman to Charleston Southern. Trevor Tate, an offensive lineman to Air Force. And MJ Stroud, an athlete to Georgia Southern. So one of the things you can say early on is if you're an offensive lineman, you want to play in this game because they sent 3 of those guys to the next level from this game last year.
Yes, sir. And so as of right now, the coin toss has taken place. It looks like Team Drip is going to defer. Team Swag receive the first kickoff, and Team Drip will get the kickoff at the second half. For the rules of the game,
The all-important rules of the game for an all-star game.
yes, sir. So we're going to have 15-minute quarters like in high school with 10-minute half times. And during that halftime, we will continue to speak with you about all the events and everything that's happened throughout this whole weekend. The kicking game is not live, so that means kickoff is not live, kickoff return game. Same with punt and punting returning. Those will not be live. And we're going to go with college overtime rules, which has changed since last year.
Those will be interesting.
Oh, yes, they will. So your captains for today, for Team Drip, number 5, quarterback, Tanner Stanton. Number 6, Tyler Trevino, wide receiver. And Arthur Brown, number 26, DB from Houston County. And number 29, Ryan Alexander, a linebacker from Long Island Lutheran. So it looks like the kickoff's about to be underway here. Kickoff's going to be handled by number 7. He's going to be kicking for both Team Swag and Team Drip. And back to return the kick for Team Swag is number 28, Rodney Huggins, a running back out of Conway, South Carolina. And number 15, Hank Vaquez Foley out of Santa Monica, California.
California, baby.
Yes, sir. We have players from all over the country. We have players from South Dakota, California, of course, Georgia, South Carolina. So we have a wide variety of players representing from all over the country.
Team Drips will be led by head coach Herb Haygood. He was a wide receiver at Michigan State. He was the Eastern Michigan wide receiver coach, Madonna University coordinator, and he is the Madonna University head coach. And Team Swag's head coach is Gary Fisher from Bowling Green State University, coached at Eastern Kentucky, Western Illinois, and he is was the Tennessee State defensive coordinator. So now we're getting ready for the kickoff right here. And that'll be Team Swag getting ready to receive from Team Drip. And like we said, this is a play that's not live. Waiting on the whistle, waiting on the clock to get reset is what we're waiting on.
Yep. Right now it's at 00. And I'm surprised, too. It's a windy. It's the sun's starting to peek out here, but it has been a very windy day.
And from our location, I'm just going to say this. You know, Mr. Johnson, if we're standing up here on top of this roof and this wind keeps blowing, it's going to get colder as the afternoon goes along.
Yes, it is. And that's the unfortunate part about broadcasting a game outside. I tried to get inside the press box, but the press box is unfortunately a bit small here. It's beautiful, but it's small. So we just vouched to just go up top since we have so many people here live in this game here on the Score 58 Network.
And we got 15 minutes on the clock, and we got the whistle, and we're ready to kick off this event right here. Just a little bit after 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
All right, here we go. And the next level class, junior classic is underway. Kick's going to be caught by number 28 once again. That's Rodney Huggins at the, we'll say, 10-yard line, and Team Swag is going to have to ball first here. And we're going to, this next level junior classic is now underway.
Going to spot it at the 25, and that's where Team Swag will take over.
Team Swag is going to be led by number 8, Logan Ebnett, and he's one of the many players here from California. He's actually a quarterback from Santa Monica.
All right. So what you're saying is it didn't take him very long to get here, right?
It didn't take him long. Minimum 4-hour flight, sir. Minimum 4-hour flight.
And they'll be going up against Mike Hawthorne's defense for Team Drip right here.
All right, so on the hash mark, right, spread set. Ebnett puts a player in motion. Throws a screen out to the left to the number 15. Needs immediately tackled in the backfield. That's number 16 from Team Drip, Darian Perry out of May River High School in South Carolina with the hit.
Very nice job of fighting off the block right there. Tried to throw a little quick screen, start the game off, basically an extension of the run game. Nice job of getting under the block, beating him to the edge, cutting that play off. Be a loss of 3, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 13 right here for Team Swag.
Yeah, that was Hank Vaquez Foley on the reception. Unfortunately, didn't have much to go there. So it's going to be second down and 13 now. Ball is on the 27-yard line. Snap, hand off to the running back up the middle of the field, and he looks like he gets those 3 yards that he lost back. They're going to spot that ball, I want to say around the 25-yard line. That was number 4 on carry, Jaden Coleman, out of Luella High School here in Georgia, in Luella, Georgia.
Tackle was made by number 97, Al Childs from Mitchell County, Georgia. And it'll bring up third down and 10, ball at the 25-yard line. And the clock has stopped and is not running.
Uh-oh. Edmonton the gun. Running back to his left, 2 receivers top and bottom of your screen. Edmonton takes a snap. Maybe looks to his left. Now throws to his left. That pass is going to be a little short and to the right of number 16. Jamarian Davis has going to fall incomplete. So it's going to be 3 and out here by the team drip defense.
Coach Hawthorne's defense playing stingy right there. Coach Hawthorne came out, played a little man under right there. Of course, he was a cornerback at Purdue University from 1995 through 99.
So
he was
really big up that man coverage.
Absolutely, and he played for the Saints, the Packers, and the Rams from 2000 to 2005. So pedigree in the defensive backfield. Going against Travis Carswell's offense, who was a QB and a wide receiver at the Citadel and the University of North Alabama, and is the offensive coordinator and wide receiver coach at Miles College from 2011 through 13. So, we got clock issues have been fixed. There comes the punt.
And it's going to be snapped right. That's Arthur Brown, the captain and safety from Houston County. Wait for a fair catch, and it's going to catch the ball at the 43-yard line. So it's going to be first and 10 now for Team Drip. And they're going to be led by their quarterback out of, guess where? Another quarterback out of California.
Really?
Yep, Dylan Curry out of Poway High School in California.
Nate Wilson is the offensive coordinator for Team Drip. Currently, the offensive coordinator at Madonna University. He's also been a DB coach at Bluefield College and a running back and O-line coach at the University of Charleston. They'll come out
in the pistol. They have a tight end to your right. Number 30, Killen King, is the running back right behind him out of Pike County. He takes the handoff and runs by.
That is a 58-yard U.S. Army touchdown and a 6-0 lead for Team Drip.
Now we have to say this, Coach Jack, when he's not broadcast here on the Score Sport, I think he knows a little something about number 30.
Yeah, number 30, Mr. King, running back at Pike County. Somebody I know just happens to be the running backs coach at Pike County. I don't know who that is.
I'm not sure either. He might be the guy right beside me.
So, yeah, I had a smile on my face right there.
Yeah, huge smile. We'll talk more about Mr. King later on in the game. 6-0. Team Drip over Team Swag after that 58-yard touchdown run.
And I'll say this, that play was blocked up nice. There's a snap, touch, and the kick. And it is good.
With 13:33 left here in the first quarter, Team Drip scored 7-0 up.
So 13:33, 7. Team Drip comes out and runs one play, goes 58 yards for a touchdown, a U.S. Army touchdown. And, looking to see what Team Swag right here will do on the answer. I will say this, that play was blocked up nicely.
Yeah.
I mean, first contact didn't occur till about 8 yards down the field.
Yeah.
So that was a really nice job by the front from Team Drip, blocking it up. And, it's interesting to me. We've seen, 5 or 6 snaps now.
Mm-hmm.
We hadn't seen a penalty yet.
Yeah.
And
clean football so far.
I've been a part of these things for a few times, and that's one of those things that you're worried about.
Yeah, exactly. Especially considering these kids only have around 2 days to really get to play and know each other and figure out how their playing styles mixes up. So, nice time doing it on the first play. We see his work so far.
All right, so we're back here. Reminder that all special teams plays aren't live. We're going to kick it, they'll catch it, and then we'll spot it at the 25 and get the thing going.
That's going to be caught by number 15, Vasquez Foley, at the 15-yard line. So Team Swag on the ball first and 10 on their own 25-yard line. So we want to give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors, to the Next Level Junior Classic, which is brought to you by Our Vision Sports Education Foundation. It is a NCAA certified scouting service dedicated to helping amateur athletes, both rated and underrated, through offering cutting-edge sports exposure to thousands of student athletes each year, feeding the knowledge to both parents and athletes to get them to the next level in sports. They will take your game to the next level.
Doubles look right here for Team Swag as they come out. 1st and 10 at their own 25, trailing 7-0. And that's going to be, see who they call this on. We're going to get one person wanting to call false start because the receiver moved.
All right, so they're going to call a false start on Team Swag. So that's going to push him back 5. 1st and 15 now for Team Swag.
Okay. All right, so rolling through right here. 1st and 15 after the false start penalty. It'll be a doubles look. There's the snap, inside give. Going to cut back, pick up about 2 right there. Give him 3. Ball was carried by number 28, Rodney Huggins Jr. Tackle made, or first hit made, looks like number 97 again, Al Childs. Helped out by number 29, Ryan Alexander. Bring up 2nd down and 12 right here. Pistol look, 4 wides, 2x2 set. Inside give, number 2, and got a for about 8. Now give him 9. Up to the 33-yard line. Bring up 3rd down and 2. That was number 2, Caleb Wag. Ripped off a run into the secondary. Tackle was made by number 16, Darian Perry. Same look. Going to pick up 1st down. Tackle by Child again, who's having a nice game. That's 3 tackles and, 6 offensive plays right there for 97. Wagner on the carry again, gets 2. And a nice job by Team Swag, able to overcome the 5-yard penalty to pick up 15 and a 1st down. Going back to that 2x2 doubles look. Gun set, back set to the left. Inside give, number 20. Nice job. Give him 9. That tackle right there. That was Damian Miranda on the carry out of Cape Coral, Florida. Tackles made by number 25, Claude Albert Mekalele, and number 18, Trey Stokes. 2nd down and 1, 2x2 formation again. Pistol set in the backfield. Inside give and hit in the backfield. And as you, and number 90 is on the tackle right there. That's Roger Campbell with help Ryan Alexander. Ball was carried again by Caleb Wagner. Lost 2 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3. Clock ticking under 10:45 go here in the 1st quarter. This is it's been a really nice setup here at Kings Ridge. It's really nice, great uniforms for both teams. Just a great environment for a football game right here, and all the great things that go with it. Shotgun, and we have now. It's going to be interesting to see who they call this. So they're going to get a false start again.
Yeah, they're going to call a false start on number 54. That is unfortunately Dominic Kelly.
Poor old offensive lineman, and they never get their name called until they do something bad.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about the job. You're kind of invisible,
absolutely,
but people notice when you mess up. That's the unfortunate thing about being an lineman.
So from 2nd and 1 to 3rd and 3, now to 3rd and 8.
Yikes!
Right now, see what happens here when Logan Ebnett from Santa Monica back there. Doubles look, as you can hear the wind blowing across the field right here.
Yes, we'll see.
There's the snap. Trying to throw it deep, and it's going to be outside and long. And that should bring up 4th down and 8. And perhaps a punting situation.
Yeah, it was excellent coverage there. Team oh, yeah. Nobody was really open. The pass was tried. They attempted to throw that ball to number 10, Shaquille Wood, out of Newberry High School in South Carolina.
Well, right now you would think that Coach Hawthorne is very happy. You know, Linwood Ferguson's defensive line has been doing a heck of a job, along with Amp Campbell's linebackers. So we get a right here, and that is a bomb.
That's over the head of Arthur Brown, and it lands at the 20-yard line.
It landed soft, and it is going to roll.
That's going to roll to the 3-yard line. Excellent kick there by number 7. As you can see, is funny. After he punted the ball, he did a quick little scoff swing there, and that was exactly what you would say is an excellent kick there.
Absolute bomb.
Yes, sir. So that's going to be so now it's going to be 1st and 10 for Team Drip. Ball at the 3-yard line.
And now we're going to see if Coach Aaron Archie's defense, you know, Coach Archie from Indiana State University, he's co-defensive coordinator at Florida Tech. You know, let's go see if his defense comes out and can pin Team Drip back inside their own 10.
All right, Stanton's in the pistol with King directly behind him. Receiver in motion. And he's going to create a fake handoff to King. And Stanton's going to try to run out the end zone. And I think they're going to call that a safety. No, he said he was just outside the end zone. 2nd down and 10. Second, they're going to lose around, I won't say 3 on that play, but they got lucky. Stanton and Team Drip got lucky that was not called a safety. As you see, the ball is right on the front line of the end zone.
Looked like there might have been some miscommunication there in the backfield.
Yep.
And that's one of those things you can expect in these games.
Yeah, considering these
players don't want it to happen at this point on the field.
No, sir. Stanton in the gun, quick pass out to the right side, quick screen.
Wow, that right there is a gutsy call.
Very gutsy. Pass was thrown to number 6, Tyler Trevino, out of Mercedes High School in Texas.
There you go.
Looks like they only gained around 4 on the play, so it's going to make it 3rd down and 9 now for Team Drip.
And if you're Team Drip, you're wanting to make sure you get this thing far enough out. If you don't get the 1st down, that you've got plenty of room to punt.
Because the last thing you want to have
you don't want to punt. Well, they're not going to block it, but you don't want to punt with your heels on the goal inline either.
Gotcha, exactly. So we'll say 3rd down and 9. Stanton's in the gun. Greg Herring is the running back to the right of Stanton. And it looks like there's a miscommunication there.
We're going to get a timeout, Coach.
And we're going to get a Everything Athletes timeout here with 8:35 left here in the 1st quarter.
Everything Athletes is an organization dedicated to growing awareness around mental health for athletes. They aim to not only remove the stigma of mental health in sports, but also provide tactical strategies and mental exercises to help athletes handle the toughest moments on their journey, such as defeat, injury, and retirement. So, Everything Athletes Secondary, in her book, The Eye of the Tiger, Kim Carducci takes a deep dive into the sports gauntlet. As the former D1 swimmer at the University of North Carolina, Carducci has a unique insight into the ups and downs athletes face and their relation to their mental health. So that's a big deal, and we're seeing it. You know, that's a great thing to get started early for these, you know, these young aspiring, you know, football players.
Yeah, playing sports is just not just physically tough; it's also mentally tough.
Absolutely.
So any edge you can get is great. So once again, 3rd down and 9 here. Stanton's in the pistol, hands it off. And he trips at the, we'll say, 4-yard line. So it looks like
he's going to be at the 2, Coach. They're punting this thing from their end zone.
Yeah, so he lost 2 on. He lost 3 on the play. So 4th down now for Team Drip, and it looks like that punt, that excellent punt there, really kind of put them through a good amount of adversity, and they were unable to overcome. And now they have to punt the ball.
Well, I mean, first play, miscommunication, and then the last play, they were trying to do what we said and get off the goal line, so give them some room, and it looked like they tripped and like he just caught his toe right there, and he looked like he had a nice little place to run.
Yeah, a little spot in the corner. Sniper. Number 4 is back to return the kick for Team Drip, Team Swag. That's Jaden Coleman.
Gracious. Into the wind.
And the ball is caught at the Team Drip's 49-yard line.
That's a 47-yard punt into the wind.
Yes. Yeah, that's impressive. Very impressive. So Team Swag is going to have the ball 1st and 10 on Team Drip's 49-yard line. And looks like we have a quick change of quarterbacks here. This is number 13 coming in for Team Swag. Bronson Tillotson out of Sewanee High School in Florida.
Okay, then. So 1st and 10, ball is at the 49. So we got 6:47 here, at the in the first quarter remaining. Sun has decided to disappear.
Yeah, unfortunately. So they're going to be in a pistol this time with Wagner right behind him. They hand the ball to Wagner, fights through one tackler, and is met by another group of players from Team Drip, led by number 90. That's Roger Campbell. It looks like he lost 2 yards on the play, but there's also a penalty, so we'll check the flag. I want to say this is probably going to be a holding penalty, unfortunately.
I just heard someone on Team Drip's sideline say you're offsides, back up. So let's see what we got right here. They're going to call a face mask. I thought the second guy that came through on the tackle may have gotten their hand in the face mask. And so that penalty on that personal foul will be 15 yards, and it will be a Vito's Pizza 1st down for Team Swag.
All right.
It's going to move it into Team Drip territory for the first time today for Team Swag and give them 1st and 10. The ball will be at the 32 of Team Drip.
1st down, Team Swag.
All right, so the snap is to Tilson. Hands the ball off to Wagner. Wagner barrels through to around the, I'm going to say
28. The 23.
Yeah, we'll say 23-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play. This is going to be 2nd down and 2 now for Team Swag. We do have to say that number 2, Caleb Wagner, the running back, is probably one of the best players on the field. He this past year he was able to beat Derrick Henry's single game rushing record at, I want to say, 534 yards.
Rushed for 534 yards.
In one game.
Wow.
In one game. And that's going to be offsides on it's going to be offsides on Team Drip there. We'll check the penalty just to double check and see.
It will be. And that's going to be another Vito's Pizza's 1st down for Team Swag. And look at everybody involved right here with the Our Vision Sports Education Foundation wants to just throw out huge kudos to Vito's Pizza for the job that they did in feeding them this week.
Yeah, they provided us pizza this past Friday, and it was actually pretty good, meat lover style, huge.
Nice move on the quarterback.
Read option there
Nice run
by Tillotson. And he gains around 8 yards in the play, and that's going to make it 2nd down and 2 for Team Swag. And something I didn't predict here is that they really start to pound the ball on Team Drip, and yeah, they've had much success so far.
Yeah, so I mean, got through. This is the 3rd drive of the game. Some of the butterflies are out. Everybody's settling down and playing.
All right, that's a handoff to Wagner right around the right side of the field. And he's
Wagner
up for a U.S. Army touchdown.
That was Wagner was on the carry. That is an 11-yard touchdown run for Wagner right there. And it brings the score to 7-6 right here with 5:20 in the first quarter.
Wind is really big up here. We'll see how that affects this extra point for Team Swag.
Coach Carswell's got to be happy for Team Swag as his offense answered the call right there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
As along with Coach Ulysses Hall, the offensive line coach, as they just opened up huge holes on that drive.
Botch snap there. They're still going to set it. Kick is up, and it's good. All right, we're 4:44 left here in the first quarter. Team Swag following the board. We're tied up here at Van Zandt Stadium on the campus of King Ridge Christian School, 7-all.
Also, I want to recognize Coach Albert Ashcraft, the running backs coach for Team Swag, who's got 10 years of coaching experience, all the way from youth to college. And he was involved in last year's game as well. And, so far we've seen a very clean game. The biggest issue we've had is the wind blowing everything around up here.
Yes, sir. It's blown all of our papers, all of our phones, everything away. So that's something that both teams are going to have to handle all throughout the game.
Now, Mr. Johnson, didn't you tell me that there was a particular receiver on Team Drip that you were waiting to see today?
Yes, that's number 10, Jalen Hicks, out of West Guilford High School in North Carolina.
Is it Hicks or Fowler?
Excuse me, Emo Fowler from Dorman County, from Dorman High School in South Carolina. So he's a quick, explosive player, gets off the line very well, made all the important catches during yesterday's practice. So I'm really excited and looking forward to seeing what they do, see if they try to get him the ball here on Team Drip's third drive here.
So Team Drip's run 4 plays. They had a first play touchdown, and then after the first play touchdown, had a 3-and-out. The ball was also on the 2-yard line. Mm-hmm. So a little bit difficult starting field position right there. Yeah. But so now they get a chance to start at the 25, 1st and 10. And let's see if they have the opportunity to open this thing up a little bit.
Yeah, I think they definitely have opportunity to. Like the guy we were just shouting out earlier, Emo Fowler, he's in the game in the slot on the top of your screen. 2 receivers top and bottom of your screen. Stanton's in the gun. Looks like that's number 7, Cameron Williams out of Bowling Springs High School. Running back throws the ball deep, has a receiver open, and that ball's going to fall incomplete. It was intended for number 14, Jacob Kusharski out of Cherry Creek High School in Colorado, but looks like him and Stanton weren't on the same page there.
Yeah, because Stanton certainly thought he was running the go route.
Yeah, and it was open too.
I mean, Stanton thought he was running the go route, threw it out there. It would have been a nice throw, but those things will iron themselves out the longer we play today.
Yeah, once again, they've only had really truly around 3 practices to really kind of get to know together, so those miscues are definitely going to happen. So Stanton's in the gun. Williams is to the left of him, and looks like we're going to have a timeout here brought to you. We're going to have a timeout to you brought to you by Everything Athletes once again. And that's going to be Team Drip's first timeout here. Second here. In
their second timeout.
First quarter. 4:36 left here at Kings Ridge High School, Van Sant Stadium.
It'll be 2nd down and 10. Looks like that's going to be we got a quick timeout rolling in here.
Very quick timeout here.
Well, this is a nice setting to watch a football game in.
It is.
Beautiful surroundings. The school itself is beautiful. So really nice and an excellent job by the Our Vision Sports Education Foundation of putting this game on, making sure that they make it further the exposure of these athletes.
All right, so we're going to do a jet sweep there to number 13, Kenyon Pipes. Gains around, we'll say 4 yards, 4 yards in the play. That's going to make it 3rd down and 6 now for Team Drip. Quick shout out to Kenyon Pipes. He's out of Alpharetta High School here in Georgia, next town over here from Milton. Third down now. We'll say 7 for Team Drip. Stanton's in the gun, takes a snap, looks to his left. Now he's going to just run up the middle of the field.
He's got the first down.
He's at the 40. and runs out of bounds at around the 45-yard line. It's more than enough, and that is going to be a
That's a Vito's Pizza first down. So, you know, nice job right there, stepping up in the pocket, you know, shuffling to the open area and then using his legs to get the first down.
All right, Stanton's in the gun once again. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 1 at the top. Wright is the running back to the left of Stanton. Now he hands the ball to Wright. He has a little bit of space on the right side of the field.
He's going to turn the corner right here.
He's back corner. He's going to be pushed down. Burrows over through the defender and barreled and tapped out around the 34, 33-yard line. That's going to be another first down for Team Drip.
Vito's Pizza first down. And we have a player down on the field.
Looks like that's number 91, Cage George, out of Harrison High School in Kennesaw, Georgia. Quite unfortunate to see that. He's pointing towards his, I want to say, right knee, if I'm correct.
It's like calf, maybe.
Now he's pointing directly to his ankle. So
yeah.
hopefully that's nothing serious here.
It's a nice job. That was a 21-yard gain right there. Excuse me, a 25-yard gain right there for Team Drip as they, you know, move the football now at 2:58. And this is one of those things that you really don't want to see, you know, in a game like this, or you know, you want all the exposure that you can get so you can get your name on recruiting boards all throughout the country. But you know, while we got a second right here, and we need to look at some of those, you know, something we normally do at the beginning of the game, but we're going to talk about them right now. The Publix keys to the game. What'd you have right there, Coach?
All right, so once again, we just kind of want to make sure that we want to check out the continuity between the players, especially offensively on both sides of both teams, Team Swag and Team Drip. Once again, they've only had 3 practices, so the continuity might be here, might be off here and there. So that's definitely one. Whichever team can measure the best is probably going to win. Both teams going to have to play under control and between the whistle.
Yep.
And also, they're going to have to get better with every single play throughout the game.
I agree. Those are great keys right there, brought to you by Publix.
Where shopping is a pleasure.
There it is. Wheel route.
In the gun. Throws the ball. Number 11 is caught at the 16-yard line. It's going to be brought down at, we'll say, the 6. So that's an excellent pitch and catch there from Stanton to number 16, Darian Perry.
Number 11 on that.
Excuse me, that's Jalen Hicks out of West Guilford High School in North Carolina.
Another Vito's Pizza first down, and we have now entered
the Muscle Performance Center
Science.
Red Zone.
Muscle.
Science.
There's the jet sweep again.
That's Pipes around the left side, and he has nowhere really to go. I think he lost around 2 yards on that play.
They're going to mark him out. Second and goal from the 10 right here. Loss of about a yard, maybe 2 right there on the play. Nice job on the edge over there, running him out of bounds. It looked like that was number 17.
Kareem Good out of Emerald High School in South Carolina.
Back to the tight end trips look. King in the pistol.
Stanton takes a snap, hands the ball around the King. He runs right the middle of the field and is not, and maybe gains around the yard here.
Give him 2 back to the 8. So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 8 right here.
Looks like that was number 92, Avon Kelly, out of another local kid out of Alpharetta High School here in Georgia. And it's now going to be 3rd down and goal, 9 yards to get the end zone for Team Drip.
And not really matters from this distance, but the wind has picked up substantially.
Stanton's in the gun. He looks to his, throws to his right. 2 receivers in the gap. Was caught by Pipes at the 5, and they're going to mark him down at the 4. Might have been a couple of miscue there by two receivers, but Pipes catches it. It's going to be 4th down, and we'll say 4.
Tackle made by Xavier Gay from Frostproof, Florida. And I can assure you, if we keep standing up here in this wind, we will not be frostproof.
Yeah. I'm feeling it in my hands right now.
Clock's running. Under a minute here to go in the first quarter.
Yeah.
4th down and goal from the 4 right here. And they have said, we will not kick the field goal, we will go for it.
Absolutely. All right, so Stanton's in the gun. Snaps the ball, low snap, throws it to a fade. The pipe, and pipes, unfortunately, in and out of his hands. And that's going to be a turnover on downs there for Team Drip. Unfortunately, Team Swag will have a 1st and 10 on their own 4.
So with 31 seconds left, and here we have a big goal line stand by Team Swag. And it keeps the score at 7-all. But they've got to go 96 now.
Yes, sir.
So we will see how this plays out. We saw how it played out for Team Drip after the great punt. But, you know, so far, you know, really nice, well-played game. Great football players on both sides. 1st and 10 right here. They're going to mark it right at the 4.
1st and 10 for Team Swag.
Tillotson's in the gun. Looks like that's number 4, Jaden Coleman, Aluella, to his left. Hands him off to Coleman. He just runs speedily out to the right side and gains around, we'll say 3 or 4 yards there. They're going to spot it at the 9, so actually 5. So it's going to be 2nd down and 5 now for Team Swag.
Nice job of getting to the edge right there. Right now, you know, if you're looking at it from the perspective of you know, what you expect out of a football game, this is about all you would want right here.
It's been an exciting game so far.
Clock is stopped again
At 10 seconds.
Yeah, and we're going to get a
either offsides or encroachment. Either way, it's going to be on the defense, and they're probably going to give Team Swag a 1st down here.
it's going to be close. I don't know if it'll actually be a 1st down.
1st and 10 or 2nd and very, very short.
There you go. And if they get a 1st down right here off that penalty, that'll be the 3rd penalty or 3rd 1st down by penalty.
Check the call here.
All right, so they didn't call a penalty. They waved the penalty off because the clock didn't run, and it should have been the end of the quarter. So that will be the end of the 1st quarter. Score Team Swag 7 and Team Drip 7. And the ball will be sitting at about the 10-yard line. Is that where it is? Right here?
9 or 10, somewhere around that area.
So
There goes your
We can hear you. We can hear you.
All right, hear me. Making sure I'm pressing the right button. Gentlemen, what do you think about the 1st half, other than being blown away like Mary Poppins?
we can hear you.
Well, I think it's been an exciting game so far.
We can hear you.
All right, I can hear you now. Can you hear me, gentlemen?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hey, they're about to dog you for real.
Everything's delayed a little bit. She's got the mics on that part. So they're going to get ready here for the 2nd half. I'll hand it back over to you, gentlemen. We'll get halftime rolling here shortly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I love technology. We're getting ready here for the 2nd quarter of action, and glad to have everybody with us here on this Next Level Junior Classic 7-6 action here live from Kings Ridge Christian School. I'm Bo McMichael. I got my 2 announcers, Dorian Johnson and Craig Chapman, bringing this game to you live. So sit back and enjoy. Start of the 2nd quarter.
Bring 7th down.
All right, Tillotson's in the gun. And they're going to call it false start.
Team Swag.
Going to call a false start. Right, push it back. 5 yards.
All right, Tillotson's in the gun, a pistol, and it looks like they're going to call a false start here on
Back 5 yards.
Team
Now the
Swag.
ball's spotted right around the 5 yards.
We'll check the penalty. Yep, they're going to call a false start on Team Swag. They're going to push him back 5 yards, possibly.
Second down.
Yep, they pushed him back 5 yards. Now the ball is going to be spotted right around the 5 yard line.
It's right. Hands off the other.
He hands it off.
Runs around the left side. Breaks through double tap.
Back to being second down and a long 10 for Team Swag. So Tillotson's in the gun this time with Huggins to his right. He hands the ball off to Huggins Jr. He runs around the left side field, breaks through a couple tacklers, and is grossly brought down at the 5 yard line. Actually, I'm going to say he's going to be down around the 8 yard line. And it's going to be third down and a long 7 for Team Swag.
Brings up third down and 7. Team Swag. On their own 8 yard line.
Third down 7. Ball's on the 8 yard line. Tillotson's in the gun with Huggins Jr. to his left. Hands the ball to Huggins Jr. Huggins Jr. is going to push forward to the 15 yard line. Now everybody's just jumping up and pushing each other back and forth.
It appears that he has the first down.
And we'll check the spot and see if he actually did get the first down. And he does. It's going to be first and 10 for Team Swag.
Team Swag, what a run.
Right at the 15 yard line. Nice little tough 8 yard run there by Huggins Jr. First and 10. Wagner's now checking the game. Hand the ball off to Wagner. He looks for a spot on the right side of the O-line and falls forward to around the 17 yard line. So that's going to be a gain of 2 for Team Swag here.
Steve Warner. Baker House. Brings up second down and 8.
Wagner's checked out. And Coleman from Llewellyn's checked in. He's going to be moved to the left of Tillotson to the back in the pistol. Hand the ball off to Coleman. Jukes a couple defenders and pushes forward to around the 19 yard line.
That was a great run for 1 yard right there.
Yes, it was. He dodged a couple defenders and
Absolutely.
and pushed forward and just fell forward after somebody wrapped him in his legs. So it's now going to be third down and 7 for Team Swag. And the wind has died down a little bit, thankfully.
Don't even say that.
I should probably just knock on wood.
I mean, because, if we could get that to lay down, this would turn into a great afternoon. The sun's
absolutely.
starting to peek through right here. We got football, really high-quality football right here.
Yes, sir.
13,
So third down and 7 now for Team Swag. Tillotson's in the gun. Coleman's to his left. Tillotson takes a snap, immediately looks to his left, throws short, and that's going to complete, but that's going to be pass interference right there on Team Drip.
That pass interference will be 15 yards and another Vito's Pizza first down.
And that was Darian Perry on the coverage. He unfortunately was all over the back of the receiver.
He's in great position.
Yes.
Great position. It's just one of those things where trying to play physical and play through the man. Got there a little bit early, but definitely wasn't from a lack of coverage skills. It was right there in the hip pocket. So first and 10 right here for Team Swag. Ball is at their own 27-yard line.
And they're slowly driving down the field right here with 11 minutes left here in the first half. Tillotson's in the gun. Looks like number 20 Damian Miranda is checked in. Hand it off to Miranda around the middle of the field. Jukes through a couple of defenders and falls forward to around the 31-yard line. So we'll say it's a gain of 4 on that first down carry from Miranda.
Tackle was made by number 93, Tony Terry, it looked like.
For the red team.
Miranda gets right at 4, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
Brings up 2nd and 6.
And the wind has unfortunately picked up here. I should have mentioned the wind.
Man, you're killing me.
I know.
So 2nd down and 6.
We have one receiver at the top of your screen, one at the bottom. Hand off to Miranda. He runs around the left side field, has his spot, has a little bit of space here, breaks through another tackle and then falls forward to around the 48-yard line. Now in the team grit territory. Nice little run there. And it's another first down for Team Swag. And we've really seen Team Swag running game just really starting to just take a hold and get a ton of rhythm here.
Tackle was made by number 16, Darian Perry, with an assist by number 27, Jackson Thompson. And we're going to get a timeout from Team Drip right here. And that's an Everything Athletes timeout. Everything Athletes is an organization dedicated to growing awareness around mental health for athletes. They aim not to only remove the stigma of mental health in sports, but also provide tactical strategies and mental exercises to help athletes handle the toughest moments on their journeys, such as defeat, injury, and retirement. Everything Athletes Secondary, in her book, The Eye of the Tiger, Kim Carducci takes a deep dive into the sports gauntlet. As a former D1 swimmer at the University of North Carolina, Carducci has a unique insight into the ups and downs athletes face and their relations to their mental health. So after the timeout right here, you're thinking that, first of all, there's 9:24 to go here in the second quarter, and Team Drip has no timeouts.
So Team Swag can definitely take advantage of that by just continually running the ball down the field. Well, I love what Team Swag is doing. They have decided to move an O-lineman to, we'll say, a wing-back / fullback or superback position. Number 51, Logan Cagle, out of Jackson High School.
You know, and I was looking at that.
Georgia.
So right now, if you look at this, they've got realistically 7 offensive linemen in the game.
Yeah. That is definitely a key contributor how wide the running game is.
And then
hand off to Coleman, and that was number 93 from Team Swag, Tony Terry from Jackson High School, Missouri, just busted through on that left side of the D-line, O-line, and just made a nice little tackle there for a 5-yard loss.
And just when you say something nice about somebody, it always comes back that, Team Swag has been just lining up, snapping the ball, running it however they want to. Team Drip takes a timeout, and the next play is a 5-yard loss.
Yes, sir.
So,
2nd down and 15 now for Team Drip, Team Swag.
switch
Tilson.
to the,
Yeah, Tilson now moves Coleman to the pistol, and Coleman just takes a snap, and he's met at the behind the line of scrimmage, this time by number 29, Brian Alexander, the linebacker out of Long Island Lutheran in Long Island, New York. And another huge loss there. I looks like they're going to say it's a loss of 3 there, and that's going to be 3rd down and 18 now for Team Swag.
I think there were some hands thrown up on the other sideline because that looked like they sent a blitz.
Mm-hmm.
And All-Star games, normally you don't get to do that.
Yep.
So, if it's good for one team, it's going to be good for both teams. I can assure you that.
Yes, sir. So 3rd down and 17 now for Team Swag. Tillotson takes a snap. Now he has to roll to the left side of the field. Throws Ness.
Nice job.
At the, we will say, 45-yard line. Nice catch there by number 15, Hank Vasquez Foley. But that's going to be well short of 1st down here.
That was a nice job. Terry brought the pressure again, but a good job of throwing the ball and putting it where your receiver is the only person that can catch it. And, yeah, they bring it. It's still 4th and 7, but now you got a chance right here to drop this punt inside the 10-yard line and make it a long field for Team Drip again. And just, he's punting into the wind, and he's already dropped one 49 yards in this direction.
You saw what happened last time he had to punt the ball. He had an excellent punt, and that was down at the 4-yard line. So we'll see if he can do that again here. Anthony Brown, Arthur Brown from Houston County is back to return the punt for team.
They just called a false start on a thing that's not live.
That is true.
These are things that, you know, I know that our producer is sitting there going, don't say it, so I won't say it. I'll just say they called a penalty on a play that's not live. So
4th and 13.
So Brown's going to move up 5 yards for Team Drip.
he's fixing to kick this thing.
Probably over his head.
He's going to angle it.
Punt. And that punt's going to roll and move down at the out. They're going to say he touched it, I guess, at the 26-yard line. So 27-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 now for Team Drip.
So Team Drip, whose last drive ended going forward on 4th and goal at the 4, they're going to come back out here right here, see if they can, you know, get this thing moving again.
7-7.
Clock is running at 6:20 and counting right here.
All right, so now who is checked in as quarterback from checked in the quarterback for Team Drip is Dylan Curry. He's a quarterback out of Poway High School in California. So another Cali kid out here in the next level junior classic, and he hands the ball off to number 4. That's Gray Herring.
Tackled by number 92, looks like. Is that 92 or 52?
I want to say that's 92. We'll give it to 92.
That's
Avon Kelly.
Avon Kelly.
1 yard.
Out of Alpharetta High School. And it looks like Herring only got a yard on that run, so it's going to be 2nd down and 9 for Team Drip.
So
Curry's in the gun once again. Looks like that's number 7, Trevino, that's checked into the right. Perry drops and throws the ball deep on the right side. Intended for number 14, but it's going to fall incomplete. Pass intended for Jacob Kucharski out of the wide receiver out of Cherry Creek High School was unable to get open on that play.
nice job of staying underneath that.
It brings up 3rd and 9.
Good job of coverage.
On their own 28-yard line.
Now there's a little contact there at the end of it. I have no problem with that not being called. Good job right there of making sure that, you know, by the quarterback that the ball was thrown where only his guy could catch it. 3rd and 9 right here for Team Drip. Might be looking for something with the back coming out of the backfield right here.
Curry takes a snap, drops
Screen.
back, screen, perfect screen. And he has plenty of space up the middle of the field. That's number 7, Cameron Williams on the catch, and he's going to get a 1st down there. So nice play call there, Mr. Chapman, and it's a nice little 1st down for Team Drip.
That's a Vito's Pizza 1st down too.
Yes, sir.
Think we can talk to Vito's, see if they'll bring us a pie up here at lunch.
I would love
halftime.
it. They gave us pizza on Friday, and it was excellent. Meat lovers style, nice big New York style slices. So
There you go.
Curry takes a snap and hands the ball off to 32. He has some. He's only gone. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Nice little run there by number 32
Nelson Wright.
out of Roosevelt High School in South Dakota.
All right, so they've scored 2 touchdowns. You want to hear the weird symmetry in that?
Go ahead.
Nelson Wright and Ja'Kylan King, running backs,
Nelson Wright.
both scored on 58 yards runs.
Oh, wow.
58-yard runs. That was a 58-yard run. Their first touchdown was a 58-yard run. And that was a great job again of blocking, this time by the wide receivers on the edge. You know that had to make, you know, when you get a long run right there, you're getting a great job up front, a great job by wide receivers. And I'm pretty certain that right now, if you look down there, you know,
I know Coach Hake is pretty excited about it.
Coach Leonard Weaver, you know, Coach Bernard Williams, they're the, you know, running backs and the offensive line coach, they got to be smiling right now. You know, got Coach Wilson, the offensive coordinator for Team Drip. He's feeling pretty good about things right now with that, you know, 14-7 lead.
Yep. Kicks up and good. And with the 58-yard touchdown from Nelson Wright.
I mean, so right now, if you look at this, for most All-Star games, you see a ton of throwing. All right, and as you've pointed out, you know, in this first half, the run game has been really excellent for both teams. I mean, whether it took Swag a little bit of time when they came up with that power set, adding the extra offensive lineman in there, but both sides done an excellent job of running the football.
Yes, sir.
So 14-7 right here, 4:51 to go in the first half. Team Drip out of timeouts. I think Team Swag still has 2 left. But you get to see right here, Team Swag going to come back and try to answer this thing.
Yeah, we'll see if they can maybe get a bit of a passing game going on here. They've had tons of success running the football, but at this point in time, especially once it gets a little further into the second half, they're going to have to start opening up and throwing the ball a little more.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, throwing it today might not be the best thing because the wind is swirling so much. One time you think it's at your back, and the next time it's in your face.
Yep.
For us, it's been in our face the entire time.
Yeah. All right, so once again, that's 15. Hank Vacquez Foley, and he's going to catch this ball at the 10-yard line. So they're going to have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 25. So one thing we definitely want to mention real quickly is the schedule the players have had during the Next Level Junior Classic. So they come in on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And pretty much once they get on the field to once they get checked in from around noon to 2:45, it's all football. They've had practice here at Kings Ridge High School, Kings Ridge Christian School. And they've also had, and the following day, that following Saturday, pretty much from around 6 a.m. to around 11:30 p.m. Nothing but football. So it's been a long, but I'm sure very fun experience for these players here at the Next Level Junior Classic. So we have a new quarterback here for Team Drip, and he hands the ball off to number 2. That's Caleb Wagner. Now it runs out to around the 45-yard line. 20-yard carry there by Wagner. It's going to be another first down for Team Swag.
Wagner takes it 20 yards for a Vito's Pizza. First down. Clock rolls. Maybe. Referee's asking for the clock to roll. And there it goes.
All right, so number 11, our new quarterback for Team Swag is number 11, Ross Cutbrough from Houston County.
Houston County.
Yes, sir. We have around 3 or 4 three players from Houston County here in this game, the Next Level Junior Classic.
Well, I think it's impressive to see the players that have come from other areas.
Yes, sir.
And there's number 97.
That's Al Childs from Mitchell County here in Georgia. Yeah. On the tackle there, and he pushed Wagner back.
Well, if you look at the front that we've seen with Childs, Terry, and Campbell, those guys have opened my eyes. They get after it on the defensive front. Strong, quick, use their hands, get off of blocks. Been very impressive.
Yes, sir. And they've caused havoc in the backfield all day for Team Swag. So as Cutbrough's now going to be in the gun with Coleman to his left.
Second down and about 14 right here.
3:26 and counting here in the second quarter. Cutbrough takes a snap. He looks to his left. Now he's just going to run, and he gets absolutely drilled by the D-line from Team Drip once again.
And that's 97 again. That's Childs on the sack. And that's a loss of 2. So, Al Childs, early candidate for me for defensive MVP. I think the whole defensive front could to get that award. But loss of 2, 3rd and 16 right here. Clock ticks under 2:50 to go.
And this might have been partially why the passing game has really struggled here for Team Swag as well. They've met a ruthless D-line here from Team Drip.
That is the most definite statement. Now they've gone to that. Here's that press man underneath look.
Yeah, Cutbrough takes a snap. Now he's going to throw the ball to Coleman out of the backfield. He's going to be drilled at the 40-yard line. That was number 29 on the tackle, Brian Alexander.
Yeah, but Mr. Alexander was there when he caught the ball. You know who cleaned that play up, right?
Number 97, Al Childs.
Mr. Childs lowered the boom. Nice job of being in the correct spot right there by Alexander, as he had the back on the release. Did a great job with leverage, and that's a great job of redirecting to the ball by Al Childs right there. It'll be easy for me to get it out here when my face unfreezes.
All right, so it's 1:55 left, and Team Swag's going to punt the ball here. Nice
and
punt once
hammered.
again over Brown's head, and he catches it.
Oh, nice
at
job
the,
of going and catching that at the 16.
Yes, sir.
They're going to actually mark it at the 17. That's a nice job. If he doesn't catch that, it rolls all the way down inside the 10.
Yeah, it was nice low, had plenty of power in with that kick, and yeah, it was an excellent job by Brown to just catch it and make sure it doesn't land and roll any further.
145 here. And now we'll get to see, and all the practice time and all that time they spent doing football, as you said.
2-minute drill.
Did they get a chance to go through the 2-minute drill?
Well, I mean, if push comes to shove, you just hand the ball off to number 32, Nelson Wright. Maybe he'll get you a nice long run once again.
No, I mean, I think that's probably what they're going to do.
Curry's in the gun,
Nope,
takes a snap, looks to his right. Now he throws to his right.
Oh, that's a long throw. That's a nice
catch.
job.
Nice catch there by number 13, the local kid from Alpharetta High School, Kenyon Pipes. It's going to be short of a first down here. They only gained around 6 yards on that pass. It's going to be second down and 4.
Clock's ticking at a 125. It'll be under 120 when they get this thing snapped.
Curry's trying to get everybody to the line as quickly as possible.
So something's going to have to happen downfield.
Yes, sir. They're going to have to throw the ball downfield some way, somehow. Curry takes a snap, looks to his left, immediately beats pressure. He throws the ball to 5 from Team Swag. That's going to be a U.S. Army touchdown for Team Swag on an interception return there by number 5, Andre Lucas out of Ribault High School in Florida.
Well, I can tell you, number 5 right there, Mr. Lucas, he needs to send number 92, Avon Kelly, a Christmas card.
Yes.
Because the pressure in the quarterback's face by Kelly right there, I know the quarterback didn't see it. He tried to get it out in the flat quick, but he was about to get destroyed by Kelly in the backfield right there, and that pressure right there made that play. That's a great job. That's, the DBs getting their reward from the pressure put on by the defensive line.
Yes, sir. So now it's going to be 13-14 now. Team Drips is barely up over Team Swag with 54 seconds left here in the first half. Snap hold kick is up, and it is good. Now it's going to be tied up 14-all here with 54 seconds left.
That's the man, Joey Russo, going to pick the football up over there and get it back into play. So 14-14 right here, 54 seconds left to go in the first half. Team Drip will get the ball to start the second half. So, thinking that, do you think they might run this thing and try to run out the clock?
You might as well. The wind is starting to pick up once again, especially after that last turnover. Maybe you try to do something like simple, like a little halfback screen or wide receiver screen. But at this point, you probably just try to maybe just try to run the ball, get lucky here, and if not, if it breaks, it breaks. If not, then just go into the halftime tied up here. You're going to get the ball here at the beginning of the second half here, so we'll see what they do.
See, now anybody that knows me knows that they're laughing at home. They're like, yeah, that guy, he just said, would you just run it? They know that I'm not going to just run it. We'd be throwing a screen the first play. That would be the probing play. Can we get something started? And if we do, then, how's it going? How much did we get? How fast can we go?
Yeah. All right. That's going to be caught by Pipes there at we'll say like, the 3-yard line.
Yeah,
so.
he kept that one under the wind right there. He kind of got that one low, drove it in there. So we'll be at the 25 right here. Interesting to see what they do right here. So it'll be 1st and 10, balls at the 25. We've had 4 U.S. Army touchdowns.
It's always nice.
We've had them.
Like to see scoring here in All-Star games.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so Curry's going to be in the pistol this time. Halfback directly behind him. I want to say that's number 11, Jalen Hicks. Directly behind him, a wide receiver, and they're going to hand it off to Jalen Hicks, and he's just going to be met at the line of scrimmage. That's number 24 with the big hit from Team Swag. Messiah Rouse from Beach High School in Georgia.
Down in the Savannah area.
All right. And Drip's going to go hurry up here. Curry's in the gun once again. This time, King is to his left. And looks like multiple players from Team Drip unfortunately jumped early here. It's going to be a false start penalty on Team Drip.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 16. So second down and 16 right here, 26 seconds. Clock should start right back up.
Hey, reminder, stay with us during the halftime to learn a little bit about these coaches that are part of the Next Level Junior Classic,
We'll see what they
and
call
get a
here.
little bit
I
more
would say a
insight
nice
about
little
what
screen to King would be great.
to expect
See him,
when
bust
you
off another long
participate
run here.
in the Next Level Junior Classic.
They're
I'm
actually
Bo
gonna
McMichael
set
with
the game
Dorian
clock here to
Johnson and
16
Craig
seconds.
Chapman here on the Next Level Junior Classic event.
So the clock should be running right now.
Second down, 15.
Yeah, we're still having clock issues here.
Oh,
Went from 16, now it's down to 14.
just leave it there and run it.
Exactly.
And here we go. They just hear there. You hear the guys on the field talking about watch the screen, watch the screen.
I mean, it makes sense to me. It's a play I would definitely try to call as well. Or we do a couple fake screens here.
And it is the screen over there.
Pass attempted for King, but he was met by a ton of swag defenders there, and the ball luckily falls incomplete. It's going to be third down now for Team Drip with 3 seconds left here in the first half.
It brings up third.
And you were right about that. The Team Swag was definitely anticipating that screen play.
Absolutely. Now we're going to get the inside handoff right here or the jet handoff, one of the two.
3 seconds left.
But yeah, the defense was all over that screen.
Yeah, it's going to be a jet sweep to number 6, Trevino.
Uh-oh.
On the right side, has a little bit of space, and he's going to get back to the 25-yard line. That's going to end the first half here at Kings Ridge Christian High School at Van Sant Stadium. We've had an entertaining, windy and entertaining first half here. It's tie score here. Team Drip 14, Team Swag 14. We'll send it back to Bo McMichael at the Score 58 studios here on the Score 58 Network.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that means I get the the next 10 minutes of my life devoted to you all. Hey, I only can talk so much about the Next Level event. I'm going to show a little bit about this insight, and I'm going to go through several things here during this halftime, because this Next Level Junior Classic, I mean, there's so much variables involved. There's speakers involved, let alone there's seminars, hands-on team bonding. It's not necessarily trying to say, hey, let's get this football going, but realistically it's teaching your son how to get to the next level. And that next level in many ways is trying to figure out, okay, hey, where do I play? NAIA? Do I need to go to a prep school? Do I need to do D3, D2, D1? I mean, there's so many variables in that situation. So I can only say this, take a step, get an idea, figure out if you want to be a part of this. I've had a lot of high school and college coaches approach me and say, hey, what's going on here in this manner? And the only thing I could say is, this is for real. I love using the word, this is for real. Because you always have the idea of what can be done. And it's all about what you put in. And even in this, it's not about the game itself, it's about the preparation. This 3-day event that started on Friday, all practices and game is uploaded to Huddle. We have so much involvement that the student athlete and the parents get that opportunity to say, hey, This is great. I love to hear all of the places that these athletes have come from to be a part of this next level event. It's absolutely wonderful. I'm not usually a person that wants to hang my hat on certain things because I run my own business myself, but I will say this. Our Vision Sports Educational Foundation and TIGTAO has put together an event like no other. It brings so much knowledge. And I've had an opportunity to really show that experience as time goes on. I want you to hear from some of these coaches. First coach up is Coach Hawthorne. Let's hear a little bit from them.
Purdue, he's Michigan State. Same token, we hit the next level as well together. And with Coach Wise, it was the spirit of building young men, helping families, and just helping people in general. And that's what I'm completely about. I've always been about it. And Coach Wise he's on to something pretty big. And I said, I have no problem helping you out with it. I'm part of the
Well, it started, I don't know, I guess about 10 years ago or so. Met Coach Wise through the recruiting trail. And actually, I think it was at Indiana. He brought some guys up to Indiana when myself and Coach Ferguson, who's my D-line coach, had a chance to meet him. And ever since then, kind of stayed in contact, continued to recruit kids from his program. And then last year, of course, being the first annual All-Star game, wanted to be a part of it. We hope to develop some kind of skill. We hope they learn some about recruiting, the recruiting process, and how that works. And then just about the details, the small details of how things work and where they need to be, how they're supposed to do it. I think that's the biggest thing, just making sure our guys understand that someone's always watching.
Indiana State. So I had the privilege to play and coach at the same place I played at, so which is very rare. So lucky. I was a 4-time letter winner at Indiana State. Became the all-time leading tackler at Indiana State history. So got a couple accolades there in little old Indiana, Terre Haute, Indiana. So that's where I play ball. Yeah, just a little bit, not a lot. All right. Just pay attention to the detail. Believe in everything that Coach Wise is saying and trying to teach. I think he has a great thing going here, especially with teaching the parents as well. I think that's an excellent part of this, what he does at TIGTAO, educating the parents as well as the kids, because a lot of things the parents don't know. You know, the parents just see things on social media or hear from somebody else, you know, how things will work at the next level to get to the next level. So I think that's a terrific thing that he does here. Played at Indiana State. So I had the privilege.
I met Coach Andre Wise through the recruiting phase. I was actually at Eastern Kentucky University. I think he probably already had his company up and running. But we had a prospect that was a linebacker that was from the state of Georgia that he was working with. And, you know, I met Coach during that time when he introduced me to student athlete. The ability to take coaching, somebody that's going to be able to listen, somebody that wants to get better, somebody that wants to develop at their craft, you know, somebody who wants to have a high football IQ, and one that's going to pay attention to details. Well, the biggest thing I hope they gain from it is just understanding the power of relationships. So I think that's what this weekend is really all about at the end of the day, is for the coaches and players to establish relationships and get to know each other, because the coach-player relationship is like none other, and it's something that can last a lifetime. Yeah, TIGTAO, I met Coach Andre Wise through the recruiting phase. I was actually at...
All right. Wanted to give a little bit insight of what these coaches are going through here with the Next Level Junior Classic. Getting a chance to see the competition, the practice. There were 3 practices, as you heard, from Dorian Johnson and Craig Chapman on Friday and 2 on Saturday. But to me, the most important thing is to know that after the practice, they had an opportunity to go through film study. They had a chance to look at what they did or what they didn't do correctly. And in this situation, I'm showing you the multiple angles that the Next Level Junior Classic brings to you during this time period. I mean, they're able to show you that there's an end zone copy for those linemen so that they can get the proper footage. And then you get to the point of the press box angle on both fields. Hats off to North Park out of Alpharetta, Georgia, and also Kings Ridge to be able to bring this. This has been a great game so far. You know, I love technology. I'm Bo McMichael here on the Next Level Junior Classic. I have been with Coach Wise for quite a while. I could tell some stories, and that's all I could do in that situation of saying what I've experienced over the time period and the evolution of this organization and what they've been able to accomplish. So keep that in mind. If you're interested and you're out there in the old tic-tac world and you're thinking, hey, I'm trying to find a place for my son, or I'm trying to find a place for myself to go to the next level, this is a great opportunity. It truly is. The seminar alone, you know, you get certain speakers, and I want to give an opportunity to say thank you in the sense of all the sponsors, but mostly the speakers, but the sponsors too. Everything athletes, Vito's Pizza, Publix, U.S. Army, Mr. Willie's Barbecue, which I still haven't had an opportunity to try, Muscle Performance Science, BAM Property Solutions, Real Estate with Roots, Don Hood, Northside Hospital Orthopedics Institute, Sports Medicine. Each opportunity, like the first downs, the keys to the games, the red zones, the touchdowns, the timeouts, and the instant replay, are all specific sponsors here for today's events, and that's awesome in that perspective. So I appreciate that for us to be able to have that chance to be able to speak. So we do appreciate everybody tuning in with us tonight or this afternoon as well, getting ourselves ready for the second half. With that in mind, Maya, Dorian, and Craig, are you there? Can you hear me? We'll see when they join us back. I heard them pop in real quick with us here on our halftime report. We'll see if they join back with us here shortly. I love when I'm running the studio and the old technology is always very interesting. So, oh, I hear them. They're jamming. Dorian Johnson, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right. Well, hey, shamalama ding dong, a wop bamboo. I hope everybody's doing okay. Are you getting blown away by the wind?
Up out here right now.
Yeah, I can only imagine that there, sir. So we're getting ready for the start of the second half here. I'm glad y'all could join us. I'm very excited. Y'all doing a great job overall. I have no critiques. The only thing I can say is I'm here in a warm environment. You're here in a windy environment. And that's okay. That's why you get paid the big bucks. And I get peanuts on the dollar. But overall, Dorian Johnson, can you hear me right now, buddy?
I can.
Okay, talk to me about what you saw the past 3 days. Because Craig wasn't able to be a part of this, but I want Dorian. Dorian, talk to me about what you've seen, because you had a chance to film all 3 days.
Well, they probably had around 3 practices within the past couple of days. From what I can see on the schedule and what we've been around and involved in, They pretty much, once they wake up and once they go to bed, it's pretty much nothing but football. They're around their teammates 24/7. They're around their coaches 24/7, and they get to stay in this nice little hotel and play in these nice little ballparks. So they're entrenched in a good environment. Now, one of the things I was concerned about is considering how little time they really had to kind of mesh and get together. Just playing well together and playing hard and just having a ton of fun. So yeah, I think it's been an excellent experience for all these players so far.
Well, I mean, last year in 2020, we had an opportunity to go to South Carolina and have this experience, and now we have the opportunity to go to Alpharetta, Georgia. I'm amazed about the quality. I mean, the hit strike compilation. Coach Chapman, if you can hear me properly, I know the wind is whipping up right now, but talk to me a little bit about what your impression of how the coaches are interacting with the players.
You get to see it really good from where we're at. You've got groups coming off the field that are getting instant coaching, and that's instant feedback from the time that the play is over. So it's been a really nice thing to see. The schemes have been, I would say that they've been pretty, I don't want to say simple, but it's been something you can get in and run in that limited amount of practice time, but it's been executed really, really nice. And, I think it's been a really high-level play for an all-star game when sometimes you don't get that early on.
Well, I mean, based on that, these two teams are juniors, and knowing that this is the crop that is creating the United States 2022 seniors, it's pretty amazing to think about how early we're starting this process. I know we get an opportunity to see different things across the board here on Score 58. Dorian Johnson, what has impressed you about the next level event so far? Because you had an opportunity to be a part of a lot of football over the past couple of years. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, I think a couple of things. Probably the first thing I have to mention is just the coaching staff. A lot of these guys have pretty much all played college, and maybe some level of pro. We have around about 5 or 6 guys that have played in the NFL, and just the amount of experience and the amount of they've all coached from some have coached all the way to Pee Wee level, others have coached all the way to high level college. So just the amount of experience these coaches have had it's very, very impressive.
Well, gentlemen, one thing I want you to think about the second half is I want you to be able to pinpoint 2 players that were not on your radar. They fall under the category of this when we talk about the category of the Next Level Junior Classic. You got my attention, and I want you to think about you got my attention before we start with this kickoff. Gentlemen, get back to the game. The game's about to start. Let's get this game started here for the third quarter. Thank you so much, Miss Maya on the producer. Switch everything over. Here we go.
Get them to the next level. All right, team Swag is lined up for the kickoff for the second half. With the score 14-14.
That car is underway.
About to be joined by Coach Wise. And the wind going to blow that one over the returner's head. Coach, come on in.
Yes, sir.
How you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing great. That's this win, but
now everybody gets to understand that we're just not making it up here. So, Coach, give us your impression of the last 3 days and then the process with which everything goes into this, so we can hear something about all these great guys that you got out here playing this great game.
Right. First, I want to talk about the process. The process started way back in May. We started this whole not back in May. It started back in January when we started the showcase series. One thing about our showcase, when the kids come to the showcase, we get a chance to evaluate
these young men and really see what they, cause like I say, you can watch all the film in the world, but when you see it, like some kids might not have it, like say, a lot of these kids are juniors, so at the time was evaluated when they were still sophomores. So a lot of these kids didn't have the proper film, so when they came to the showcase, we got to see those kids in person. So we say, yes, this kid got the talent, this kid got the potential to be something great, so let's invite this kid to the next level junior classic come December. So like I say, the process started back in January, and like I said, all the way to now. So like I said, we create a whole recruiting board. We get just like we do everything like the college, like we say, this Tic-Tac University. That's the whole thing about it. So we create everything like the college. So we create a whole recruiting board. We took, like, see, we shot 4 quarterbacks per team, and so what we did, so every quarter, so we had, just like the colleges, we say we're going to take 8 quarterbacks, 4 per teams. We put them on a big board, and so we probably offered 1,000 quarterbacks just to get 4. So the whole college process, we brought them on a Zoom call, we called it unofficial official visit, brought them on a Zoom call to meet our great coaching staff, meet Coach Wise and other Coach Wise, got to talk to the family. So this whole process started like you got recruited, you got reached out to, you got offered, you got contacted by your family. Your family came in, we brought everybody in. So like I said, we brought the whole. So we knew a lot of these guys before. It seemed like it was funny because like before Friday, we actually knew all these guys before they got here, because this process, people think it started on Friday, but they didn't know we had our teams meeting. Soon we drafted the team went straight to me. So these teams been preparing for the last 2-3 weeks. So these guys know the playbook. That's why you see today. That's why I love the game so crisp, because these coaches did a phenomenal job with getting these guys on board to show what we do. So that's why, like I said, we got so many great kids out here today from all over. So like I said, it's a great football game right now. But like, for that whole process and just to see it come together is a whole great process.
Now back, quarterback goes just left.
Just like a kid, like we got a kid out here, like Caleb Wagner out of Baker, Florida High School. You know, the kid that broke Derrick Henry's record. We had this kid committed to it way before he did that. Like I said, I seen this film when he was a 10th grader. Before the season, his junior season started this year. We seen this film as a staff, and we were like, hey, we got to get that kid. And that thing, you know, the season starts, and this kid get 35, 5 touchdowns, something like that. And like I said, he's out here today doing the same type of stuff today. Yeah. So it's great when you get to see, like I say, a lot of people see the kids when they get the offers and everything. We get the kids before the offers. We get the kids and put them on the stage. Like I say, our whole thing is he got that potential. So like I said, with our great coaching staff we got, when we bring these kids in here to get the coaching by our coaching staff and to push them to that next level. That's why we call it next level junior classic, because we're trying to get to the next level. It's not about the high school game, because like I say, these guys are juniors. They got 1 more year and they transition to college. So we want to be able to prep these guys for what they're going to see, not next year in high school, but another year and a half from now when they get to college. So that's what we're prepping these guys for. Like you say, you see like the number 93, Tony Terry out of Missouri, 6'5", defensive end, D. He play all over the field for his high school. But like I said, our coaching style love him as a DN, D tackle. Got a great frame. Like I said, out of Jackson, Missouri, he's a great kid. Also, he play a little running back at the high school as well.
Wow.
Then like you say, we got Jakeelan King out of Pike County. When I actually seen him, I think he played Sumter County, and he had a big night against Sumter County this year. I said, I got to go get that kid. And I reached out to him, and like I said, I see him wrestle. He wrestled and everything. Like I said, you seen the first play of the game, he came up through there and walked down the sideline. Because it's funny, because Jakeelan actually was a guy all week at practice, was just a quiet guy, you know. He wasn't doing that spectacular, but like I said, first play of the game today, he showed up. And so that's what it's all about. When the cameras on, like I said, we were having the camera, we got like about 6, 7 cameras. So when the camera's on, we all about making sure, like I said, the practice film, we practiced 3 times. We got 3 practices in. We got for these guys to get the proper film, where they can be able to show that film that they got. Like I said, we got guys that normally play receiver for their high school. They're playing DB for just to get the film, because that's what they're gonna play on the next level. Yeah. And so just like we got Trent McCord out of Spalding County High School down in Griffin, Georgia. Great DB, long DB, just need extra film. That's what he needs. Like I say, number 20, about 6'1", longer DB. You got number 25 on the other side, Claude McKeely out of New York. Great DB receiver. But he actually was a receiver when we recruited him. But as we were recruiting, we watched more film. We said, hey, this kid would go bigger as a DB instead of as a receiver, like I say, because he got long arms, great. Like I said, a lot of these kids, it's their first time playing these positions, so it's great seeing these guys came in and learn these new positions and translating them back. So that tells me the great job my coaches are doing to get these guys prepared for the day. Because like I said, this didn't start today. This was preparation for back months ago. And so they doing a great job. So like I said, like the game, we're rolling. Like I said, you'll think these 2 teams been together for a minute now, you know, with both offensive staffs, both defensive staff, and they compete tonight.
Yeah. How would you say the players react to when, say, like you yourself or any of the coaches reach out to them? What's their normal reaction?
So
they know reaction. Of course, as a high school kid, anytime you get invited or to any type of event, no matter what type of event it is, you won't get excited because you feel like as a young man, because being a former football player myself as a young man, it feels like somebody recognize your game. Everybody want the accolades and the rewards. So it feels like somebody seeing me, recognizing my game. So like I said, a lot of these guys here, most of these guys are the underdogs, and so we all about bringing these guys up. So like I said, like last year we brought in 90 guys last year, and we signed from the first signing period. We signed about 20 guys last week on the first signing period that were no stars, no nothing. They got the stars after they left us. So you're going to see the same thing. So remember I'm saying this. You're going to see the same thing with this group come next week, a couple more weeks from now when you start seeing all these names pop up with the offers. Because like I said, nobody know about these guys. Nobody know about the Tony Terry out of Missouri. Nobody knows about the Caleb Watson until he broke the Derrick Henry's record. He's out of Baker, Florida. I never heard of Baker, Florida. You got a kid, Al Childs, number 97, out of Mitchell County, Georgia. So like I said, you got so many players out here that nobody never heard of that going to get their name noticed today.
Yeah, I love how you have players from all over the country. You have a kid from South Dakota.
Oh, yeah.
You have a kid from
He gonna touchdown early, right?
Yeah.
The kid from South Dakota. Matter of fact, the funny thing about it, he actually drove down. They had a 20-hour drive.
Wow.
Had a 20-hour drive because he don't like Nelson don't like to drive, don't like to fly. So they left on Tuesday night and drove all the way through till they got down here. So like I said, definitely we got a lot of parents sacrifice to get their kids. So like I said, from California, Colorado, South Dakota, Pennsylvania, New York. Like I said, we got them come from all over. And like I said, last year thing was we had a lot of Georgia, South Carolina, Florida kids, but this year we are expanding. So every year we want to expand and bring in these kids and showcase their abilities on this platform. Like I say, y'all do a great job with the production today. These kids are, like I said, you can't tell me that these kids wasn't 5 stars right now because the way they playing today, they're playing like 5 stars.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's impressive how you're able to just cast that net and it's getting wider and wider and wider. And I'm excited for hopefully maybe we can start playing this game in like bigger stadiums and just have more scouts. Like even like I've been to where I played when I played in high school. We had a couple of kids in my team, and during spring ball, you would just see scouts from all these schools like Maryland.
But right now, scouts can't come out. It's dead period right now. It's dead period, so that's why you don't see the scouts out. But trust, that's why the camp they watching right now. They watching live streaming right now. And that's why we got the production going. So the scouts are watching. First of all, we're NCAA certified scout service. We got our credential with NCAA,
Nice.
So we're able to provide the services to the colleges for these young men.
Nice.
So that's the great thing. So they can't be here, but they are watching. So I know they hear us talking right now. So shout out to all the college coaches that's watching right now. I'm gonna call y'all when we done.
And they're probably not missing out on this weather right now. Once again, it's not really cold, but the wind is just
right.
It's just really it's blowing our stuff all over the place. My hands are cold.
Right.
And I'm sure it's tough from the kids from Florida because they're
Florida,
used to,
California, all kids in New York, it's hot. In Pennsylvania, it's hot out here today.
Yep.
So, Coach, I was going to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
It has to do with things like being able to stream this game.
Yes, sir.
And some of your events. How has that helped the exposure of the athlete grow, and how has it helped your events grow? Because, it would have seemed like when everybody sees that, when we start reading off that you sent 3 offensive linemen, a defensive lineman, a DB, and an athlete out of this game alone, that should open up the gateway for this to become a bigger event.
Right. And like it helps tremendous because, like you said, just because like you said, Coach, just because you play Friday night, you play a receiver on Friday night, don't mean you're gonna be a receiver on the next level. So we're not saying that a high school coach don't know what he's doing. The only thing we're saying to a kid is, hey, we want to give you more opportunities. So you got film playing receiver, now you got film playing DB. So now you can mix all that together. So a college coach can't say, hey, because we had this happen all the time. Coach, we like him at receiver, but what else can he do?
Yep.
So we want to have every box checked off for the college. That's our biggest thing. We want to have the boxes checked off. So we never gonna have a question. Just like I said, like you say, number 21 is a guy that, like you said, long year 6'3" guy. He's a receiver at his high school, Frost Proof out of Florida, but we flip him to DB because we know if we get the film, he already got great film at receiver, but we add this great film at DB, that's what's going to catapult him from, like you say, the LCS or to get him to the Division I level or just get him to the next level because I always question on all these young men. Just like I say, but the offensive lineman, just like I say, he played offensive lineman in high school because it's a need base. But really and truly, this kid's a great defense. He's a good defensive lineman, but like you say, you can't
you can't talk bad about it because, like I said, it was a need base. So we brought him in for he can have the opportunity. That's what we always love to say, the opportunity to showcase another side. We want to feel like I said, we got a great coaching staff that coached all these guys up to make sure they were prepared. So we really wasn't worried. We know we put them in a spot, them guys can get coached up because we knew they had the potential and the talent level to do what we need them guys to do. So that's we all about bridging the gaps between those so all the questions get answered. Because like I said, when we talk to these college coaches, because the phone gonna come ringing on Monday, we want to say, hey coach, this kid, yes, watch his film as a receiver, as a high school, but coach, I got film on him at DB, so watch him do this. So now, coach, pull the trigger on the coach. So we don't have questions out there on these guys. We want to make sure that we got them academically and on the field. So we want to have all the boxes checked on every single guy that we deal with, and that's what's so special about what we do over here at TikTok.
As you're watching, that's another Vito's Pizza first down.
Vito's great. I just ate lunch there a couple days ago.
Yeah, they gave out dinner to all the players on Friday night, and I just love how big the slices of pizza were. It was good quality pizza. I want to say it was a meat lover, so there was ground sausage and pepperoni on it, and it was. I really enjoyed the pizza. If they want to sponsor us anytime soon, I mean, we'll take it. I'll do commercials,
right?
All that good stuff. Just get some more of that pizza.
What would you say is your most fun part, the most fun part of this for you?
My most fun part, just talking, interacting with these kids, getting to talk to them through I'm going to call it a recruiting process with us, but through the TikTok recruiting process, just to talk to them and actually get to meet these kids in person. So you got over, 100 kids come in, and you get only 3 days with them. That's not enough days, but you try to get as much as you can because you build a special relationship with these young men. You always going to know these guys forever. Once you meet them, like I said, they become our family. That's what we all about. That's why we see it out here today. That's why we do this event around this time, because we big on the family atmosphere and the family theme. So once these kids, like I said, it was great to get to know these guys on Zoom calls. These kids constantly hit Coach DY's this. So when they leave here, I want them to look at me like I say they big brother type and everything. Like they can always come for me for anything they ever need. Because like I said, we built as a family relationship with these kids. I can tell you about every single one of these kids out here individually, by their first name, last name, where they're from, and about their family, about everything about them. Because we actually get to know about them. Because that's like I say, when a college coach calls us, I got to be able to tell them everything about that young man. I can't tell you something I don't know nothing about. So that's why we get to know these guys through this process. Like I say, it's an interview process for both sides, for us and them. So like I said, when the college coach call, we say, hey coach, this kid's a great kid because of this. We know this. Mom is a great person, dad's a great person. So you can't miss on the kid. You see what I'm saying? So we all about knowing everything about these young. Like I say, every kid out here, I can tell you about every single kid on this football field today.
So I mean, when you look at this and you're looking at ways to set this event up, okay, and you start the recruiting process, in the spring,
right?
So when you do that, about how many student athletes do you talk with throughout the year?
Be honest, I can pull my phone out right now and just show you Twitter messages, text messages, phone calls. So I'm about to say about 10,000. You know, I'm gonna say that 10,000, and that's real. I can prove that 10,000 to you. I can pull my phone out right now. So like you say, we only need, cause we was only taking 90 kids. So we brought in 90 kids. But I went out to 10,000 kids to get 90 kids. You know, like I said, our recruiting staff, we got a whole recruiting staff. They did a great job. We got guys, like I said, they got certain areas. We got guys that's in the Midwest, guys in the West. That's how we was able to reach all these kids, because I got scouts in all these areas that pulling these kids. So like I said, I got these, like I said, we run like a real college. I got all my scouts pulling the kids, and we all bring them to the board. And as a staff, we watch the whole recruiting board and get to see the whole film, and everybody get yay or nay on it. And so, like I said, that's the biggest thing, just to see that, and it's just to see the growth and all the communication. So all these guys here that made the decision to come, like I said, we actually had more guys, but we lost a couple guys due to injury during the season, things like that, And then, like I said, we got the flu running around right now, so we got a couple guys that caught the flu at the last second. So we missed a couple, but we still got a great group here today. But like I say, these guys that chose to deal, cause everybody is not. You see, okay, just like a prime example, like you say, if I got reached out by the next level junior class, a lot of kids say, hey, what's the next level junior class? And so that's why we always say, hey, let's get on these Zoom, because we want to tell families about us, because we can't just say, oh, we're not just an all-star game. We don't even like using the word all-star game. We like to say the whole recruiting experience, because what we like to do is take you through the whole experience from day one to the last day, from when you first get step foot on college campus until when you leave the college campus. You see what I'm saying? So even when the guys showed up on Friday, we made them show up a shirt and tie when they showed up on Friday. So when they go visit colleges, if you want to go be professional, we teach these young men how to be professional. That's what we drill on. We had speakers come in. It wasn't just about the football game. We had these guys who were talking with speakers all when the NCAA came in. So many components that people just think it's all about the game, about practice. It's not even about the game. It's about what we instill in these guys prior to what these guys understand. So when these guys start making their visits, going on unofficial visits, come here in January, February and stuff, we'll go visit college campuses, spring practices, they know how to go there. They know how to present because they talk to Coach Haygood, which is Madonna University head coach. So he that coach at Eastern Michigan before that. So they already know how to talk to college coaches because they've been taught that. Because they've been talking to college coaches all this time through our process. So like I said, our young men are ready for everything because that's what we train them to do. And like I said, it's not just about the game. We train these guys off the field because it's all about off the field what people don't realize in this whole recruiting process.
I do have to say this. Speaking of Coach Haywood, I do have to admit you have whipped up an impressive coaching staff here. I was talking with pretty much all of them on Friday, and just the amount of experience that these coaches have, it's astronomical. I've talked to one coach, he probably had around, it sounds like 40, 50 years of experience.
Right. He ain't even that old yet.
I know.
So we were fortunate to have this great, like I said, first of all, because like I keep saying, we're NCAA certified scouts, so we were able to hire these great guys like this. And like I said, we built a relationship with these guys over the years. Cause we sent Coach Haygood players all over the years. Coach Gary Fisher, who's been at Tennessee State, Eastern Kentucky. He's done with college. He's been in the college game 20 years. So now he's finished with the college game. Now he's coming back and instilling with these guys and make sure that like we always say, we want to make sure we give these guys whatever we didn't have. You know what I'm saying?
Because we didn't have this when I was playing, and this was around 10 years ago.
Right. So shout out, like I said, guys like Coach Haygood, Coach Vaughn, Coach Walter Vaughn. Man, that whole staff over there. Coach Aaron Archer was at Indiana State. Which, matter of fact, when I was at Indiana State, he was our linebackers coach. And I was on the team. So it's great to have a coach, like I said, he was like a mentor to me, to have him come back and give. He was a DC at Florida Tech, which they don't have their program no more. So now we're fortunate to have Coach Archie. We got Coach Travis Carswell over there, offensive coordinator. He was the offensive coordinator for Miles College for a couple years. They won SIAC. We got Coach Albert Ashcraft over there, running back. He played at South Carolina. Got a great experience, real good coach. We got Coach Craig Williams, went to App State, got a lot of great experience up there. So that's the Coach Ken Connor, another guy been in the game since 20 years. He coached at Albany State, Benedict College, all those type programs. So he's been on that college level for a while as well. So just like you say, drip team, Coach Lynn Ferguson's a legend, an old legend.
Yeah, he's the guy that was telling you his prize around. Like, sounds like these 50,
right, yeah, he got all that.
Yeah,
he's been all with the Dallas Cowboys. He's been on the SEC, all the highest levels possible. So when we have Coach Michael Hawthorne, NFL vet, that's a coach now, playing for the Saints a couple years. You got Coach Hall, which is a great coach at Ohio Wesleyan University, which he's done. He took a break from college coaching and came back this year. Coach Nate Wilson is the offensive coordinator at Madonna University. So these just the type of guys that we brought in this whole week just to be around our young men to enhance these guys so we can get these guys to that next level. Because like I say, just because the game over, this relationship don't stop. We still with these, we still constantly talking to these kids. We all, hey, what's going on? What's going on in recruiting? We still talking to these kids like we talked to them when we were getting here. It don't stop. They're a part of us now. They're a part of our family. So we're gonna do everything we in our power to get these guys to the next level. Because that's why I call it the next level junior classic.
Gotcha. Lots of good information there. I have 1:49 left here. So I do want to quiz you on a couple of these players.
What's up?
Let's start off with Coach Chapman's player, number 30, from Team Drip running back, who had the 58-yard touchdown earlier, Ja'Kylan King. What can you tell me about him?
About him. First of all, like I said, the first time I seen Ja'Kylan, he was playing against something he had a big night against them. I said, oh my God, I get that kid. But real good kid, like I said, got a great first cut, get down here right now. You seen he got second level speed. He can finish the run. That's what you want to see on the next level. Can he finish the run? Everybody can get to the second level, but can he finish the run? And he finished the run. That kid, like I said, also a wrestler. So that means he's a strong kid. So I love that's a great kid there. Like I said, he's a real good kid, real good running back, real good athlete. And you will see that guy playing on Saturdays.
How about another guy, another running back? This guy's probably maybe the most impressive out of all of them. This is the guy that's broken once again. This is nobody. This guy is the guy that he beat as far as like single game record for 534 yards. This guy that he beat, Derrick Henry, I think we might know who he is. He's been leading the NFL. He's been one of the most brutal rushers in the NFL. This guy, number 2 from Team Swag, another running back, Caleb Wagner. What can you tell me about him?
Caleb, like I said, big back, big explosive back, can run powerful. Like I said, can get to the second level, third level, and break away from him. Like I said, at first I saw Caleb, like I said, because his sophomore film, he had actually won the state that year down in Florida. We played with Baker High School. I said, man, who is this kid? You know, I'm like, man, he's a big back. You know, everybody loves big backs these days. Yep. He's a big back. He got breakaway speed. I'm like, man, I got to get this kid to the next level junior class. So when I reached, so when I seen this film, we built a relationship. And the next thing you know, he said, Coach, come. And so the next thing you know, like I said, he broke Derrick record. So like I said, we didn't get him because he broke Derrick Henry's record. We got him because we evaluated him. We love, like I say, he's a great, and like I said, that's another kid that will be playing some big time college football come here soon.
Yeah, I think that's a huge testament to your scouting.
Right.
Well, because you scouted the kid before he even breaks that record. You feel like
we can show the proof that he committed to us before he even did the record. So we can show everything that we're talking about is all facts.
All right, so I'm going to toss up one more kid here. He's personally been one of my favorites. He was a menace yesterday for Team Drips practice. Number 10 receiver out of Dorman High School in South Carolina, Emo Fowler.
Yeah, Emo, man. Emo's another good one, man. Emo actually came. Matter of fact, Emo came to our showcase when he was a 9th, 10th grader back when we was over in South Carolina in Spartanburg, and I always kept up with Emo because we had some of his teammates from last year in the game. So I always kept up with him. I said, okay, it's time. It's 23 time. I'm going to get Emo. So Emo is a great kid. He has some crazy questions sometimes, but I love it. Every time we had him, every single we had Emo, always questions from the speakers, man. So that's about it. He gonna speak up. He gonna be first. He do it, but he's a great kid. Like I said, I remember when he was a 9th, 10th grade, and I always said that kid gonna be special. So I always kept track. Just not Emo. You got like Cam Williams, those showcase guys. Number 4, great hair. A lot of these guys came to our showcases, so we seen them when they were younger guys, 9th, just like Tanner Stack, quarterback from Team Drip. All these guys, I seen Tanner was about 5'8" in the 9th, 10th grade. I stand about 6'2", 6'3" now. So I love to be able to see the growth of these young men. And like I said, I always have my eyes on them come back and get them to put them on the big stage. Yeah. And so like I say, so we always had relationships from the day one with these guys. It's real relationships. Like I say, you can go ask all these coaches, hey, tell me about Coach D.Y. They can tell you about Coach D.Y. because they talk to Coach D.Y. probably more than anything. Even though, like I say, we just started as far as these guys with us. I love every single of these young men out here today. Like I say, they all like my little brothers right now, and always gonna be like that. We all family forever.
Nice. Well, we have 57 seconds left here in the third quarter. Team Swag just scored on a touchdown there, a run there from number 4, Jaden Coleman. Nice run up the middle of the field. And now Team Swag's going to kick the ball off to Team Drip. So, and the wind is, it's back, unfortunately. So
Definitely back.
Got to share it a little bit more.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, Coach, we've got about 57 seconds left here in the third quarter. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Because we know you got other duties that you have to do today.
Yeah, you've been a very busy man.
But no, like I said, the biggest thing, I just want everybody to know what the next level junior class really means. Like I said, we just touched on all that because everybody put us in a category with everyone else saying we're all-star game, we're this, we're that. No, we're way different. Like I said, no kid on this field got stars, but after this day, they gonna have them. But we don't care about stars because we got kids, like I said, all our kids came to us last year, had 0 stars, no nothing, no offers. But when they left, we had kids sign Power 5. We had kids on the Vanderbilt. Yep. Arizona State. Like many more schools. So like I said, so who cares about the stars? So we ain't about no stars. We about scholarships over here.
Gotcha. And that's the most important thing as well.
Right.
And more
scholarships over stars any day.
Yep. Because you see all the time, you have kids with 5 stars. Sometimes it doesn't pan out. You get a guy that's like a walk-on.
Right.
Kid winds up being an All-American, plays in the NFL, all that good stuff.
Right.
So stars means so much. Coaching is definitely a big factor. Just finding the right kid for the right fit for the right school, and I think that's a testament to what y'all do here.
And just like you said, the fit. You know, it's just like us. Every kid can fit our program. Just because you play football and you got good film don't mean you fit us. That's why I said we do Zoom calls because we interview the kids. Cause like I said, we bring you in and say, okay, this kid do fit what we do. He do fit our program, what we want to do. You know, it's like I said, we had some kids we had on there that we came through. Like I said, we had kids that didn't show up and everything like that. But like I said, all the thing was we want to show kids that fit our program. That's what we all about. It's all about our program.
right. Well, that's the end of the third quarter. We did. Oh, we gotta talk about TikTok for talk about this whole game, the next level junior classic for 15 minutes. I'm like, I don't know if I can do that, but we got the right person in for the job. Right.
Yeah, no problem. Let's see the trophy. Let's see who take it home today. So,
Yes, sir.
Our teams, two great teams. So I'm looking forward to see what's gonna happen at the end.
Yes, sir. Well, it's been a lot of fun. So maybe escape somewhere nice and warm and just chill out and hang. Yeah. All right. It's been a pleasure, man.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. So, 7-point game. Fourth quarter getting ready to start. Winds blowing 1,000 miles an hour. Team dribbling the ball down at about 7 right here. So this is kind of a big, big down right here for them. But while we were having Coach Wise on, we had another U.S. Army touchdown
by number 4, Jaden Coleman out of Luella in McDonough, Georgia, personally from McDonough, Georgia.
And, a really nice drive right there by Team Swag. Trying to wait to get the answer, and right now, I don't want to say it, but we're setting ourselves up at overtime.
Number 9, the quarterback, Ryan Douglas, now checked in for, and he fumbles the ball. Team Swag, they're going to say he's down at. But there was a fumble there by number 9, Brian Douglas, the quarterback from Quincy High School in Illinois, and recovered by Team Swag. I want to say that was number 98 from Team Swag, Ty Montañez, with the recovery.
Yeah, that 98 did get the recovery. Looked like we had some familiar faces running around. I mean, if you haven't paid attention today, Mr. Kelly and Mr. Felder for Team Swag have been everywhere. But now you get a chance to see what, did they miss the extra point the last time?
I have no idea. I think they messed up on the score a little bit here.
All right,
because it was 20. Yep, there we go. It was 21-14.
Yeah, well, they had the score already up there.
Yeah, I think it's because they thought that fumble return was a touchdown.
Yeah, that's what happens when I start talking and not thinking.
All right, so we have number 3, Caleb Myers, in as the quarterback for Team Swag. He's listed as a receiver from Chattahoochee, but playing at quarterback right now. That was a nice little handoff there to number 28. That is Rodney Huggins Jr. with a 6-yard run now. It's now 2nd down and 4.
They've gone back to their 7 offensive linemen look.
Hanging off to Huggins Jr. once again. He's this time tackled in the backfield, led by number 29, the captain for Team Drip, Ryan Alexander. And it looks like he lost around a 1.5 yards on that play, so it's going to be 3rd down and a long 6 for Team Swag.
Yeah, it's a big set of downs right here for Team Drip. All right, if you can keep them out of the end zone right here. If you can keep them out of the end zone right here, then you think they would have tried a field goal?
21-14 here, Team Drip. Team Swag's up over Team Drip with 13 minutes and 30 seconds here in the final quarter of the game here at the Next Level Junior Classic on the campus of King Ridge Christian School at Van Sant Stadium. 3rd down and we'll say a long 6 for Team Swag. Number 8, Edmonds checked back in the gun as quarterback. He throws the ball, has a receiver open in the corner. A nice catch there, but it's going to fall incomplete and out of bounds. Looks like that's number 15 on the reception, Vaquez Foley, and he is down. He did hit the ground hard there after trying to catch that ball, and might have the wind knocked out of him there. Mr. Chapman?
Yeah, I think that's one of those things where he was up in the air making the catch. DB decided that he was going to take him out of bounds. When you're up in the air, especially when you're on turf, that's a very vulnerable place to be.
Yes, it is. We will say usually it's concrete enhanced.
Most of this stuff is there's not concrete underneath it. There's gravel and then sand and gravel, depending on what style of turf you get. Now you're going to get a field goal tried right here. It's going to be a 35-yard attempt.
4th down and
Yeah, that was number 15 that almost caught the ball. That is Hank Backwards Foley limping a little bit. So maybe he hurt his ankle instead of getting the wind knocked out of him. I definitely thought it was the wind knocked out of him. The way he fell, he fell pretty hard on his back.
Either that or he landed on his hip.
Yeah.
That'd be one other thing that would cause you to have a substantial limp. Nice coverage on the play right there by number 25, Claude Albert Makalele.
He's another New Yorker here in Georgia. Snap, hold, kick is up. Looks good, and it is good. That's a 30-yard, 35-yard field goal.
With 13:04 to play, Team Swag takes a 10-point lead. And for the first time today, it's more than a one-possession game.
Earlier in the game, wind's blowing all my stuff away. Earlier in the game here, I was thinking that Team Swag was going to be able to just Team Drip was able to just score at will. But as of right now, you've seen Team Swag just really just able to start. They're starting to really take control of this game here.
And I tell you what, these clouds that aren't allowing the sun to shine through have made this really difficult to sit here and not shake.
Yeah.
But this is a great place to watch a game. Now we get to see if Team Drip can answer the call right here. So 13:04 left. So we're into the fourth quarter. They're going to have 2 possessions. There's the kick, and it's going to be fielded at about the 12-yard line.
That is Kenyon Pipes once again on the return there. Team Drip's going to have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line. Now, Coach, what do you think Team Drip should start? What do you think they should start doing offensively?
I think they should go back to their outside run game. They've had a really good, it's been really successful. They got them early with a kind of a one-back power. That was the first touchdown run, and then the second touchdown run was a stretch run play and run it to the tight end trip side. So that's been a good thing for them. And they're in that trips look right here.
All right, that's Douglas in at quarterback right now. To the left of him is a receiver. Right now is running back Jalen Hicks. And that's gonna be a false start call, probably on Team Drip, unfortunately. Yep, they're gonna call false start on Team Drip, so that's gonna push him back 5 yards, and that's not how you want to start this drive off here.
Nope, it is not, and we've gotten back into this thing, and somehow after the kickoff they lost a minute.
1st down and 15.
So
1st and 15.
So it's going to be 1st down and 15 now, ball on the 20-yard line. Douglas in the gun, hands the ball off to number 11. That is
the
Hicks.
outside run.
And he has
he's turning the corner, and he's gone. See ya. That's 80 yards and a touchdown right there.
80 yards on the U.S. Army touchdown. Jalen Hicks, the receiver, lined up as a running back from West Guilford High School in North Carolina.
I'll tell you right now, it appears as that they put him in at running back because they wanted to have some extra jets, and he had some extra jets when he turned it right there.
Yes, sir.
I mean, he just went 80, and with 11:55, it's now a one-possession game.
Time running back. Yeah. One play.
So now they've had scoring drives of 1 with a 58-yard run, scoring drive of 2 with a 58-yard run, and a scoring drive of 1 with an 80-yard run.
So we see the big plays have really helped Team Drip here.
And you got to think about it. They gave up the opportunity to kick a field goal and went for it on 4th and goal at the 4. And right now, that's the difference of the game. But first half, go for it. Especially in this type of setting, go for it.
All right, so with 11:55 left here in the final quarter of the game.
Setting it up, Coach.
Team Swag is barely up over Team Drip, 24-21, thanks to that 80-yard run from Jalen Hicks. And now Team Drip's going to kick the ball off here. Back to Team Swag. So number 4, Jaden Coleman, He's back to return the kick.
Along with, I think that's number 28.
Yes, sir, that's number 28. Rodney Huggins Jr., late arrival to return the kick for Team Swag. And the wind's picking up once again here.
I think it's just become a constant now.
Yeah, that's quite unfortunate because now I have to bounce around to keep warm.
That's all right. It just looks like I'm dancing, which is a scarier thought. All right, so 11:55, three-point game. See if they be interested. Oh, that ball's hammered right there. Off the fingertips into the end zone for the touchback. And I mean, if you're kicking the ball on a day like today, then you're sitting here and the wind is brutal.
Yeah, I'm really been impressed by their kicker so far. He's been kicking for both teams, and it seems like the wind has been a factor for him. It doesn't matter if it's windy, doesn't matter if the wind's blowing against him, blowing with him. He's able to just nail all the kicks. So it's going to be first down and 10 now for Team Swag. They're going to have the ball at the 25-yard line once again. Number 8 has checked back in, Logan Ebnett from Santa Monica, California, as the quarterback. And to his left is number 2, Caleb Wagner.
Wagner's had a really nice game today.
He has. And they hand the ball to him right in the middle of the field. Runs through one Team Drew tackler and gains around 4 or 5 yards on that play. We'll check the spot in a second. They're going to say he gained 4 on that play, so it's going to be second down and 6 for Team Swag.
The tackle was made by Will Watts from Toombs County.
Out of Florida.
Bring up second down and 6.
Second down and 6.
Clock's rolling under 11:20 to go. Pistol set right here.
Yeah, Evans back in pistol with Wagner as the back directly behind him. One receiver is top and bottom of your screen. And they hand the ball to Wagner once again. He runs up the middle, and this time he's met by Team Drip's D-line here. Looks like that's number, I'm going to see, that's number 90 on that tackle. Roderick Campbell out of Minor High School.
Campbell, Terry, and Childs.
Yeah, they've all been in Terry in the backfield all game.
Absolutely have. And that was a loss of right at a yard, so to bring up third down and about 7 right here. Clock's going to be under 10 minutes after this play, setting up an exciting finish here at the, this is everything you want from something like this. Outstanding exposure and a heck of a football game.
Yeah. And hand ball off to Wagner once again. Why not? He stutter steps and moves up even more. I think he gained around 3 on that play, but he's going to be another 3 short.
That was number 27, Jackson Thompson, linebacker from Smoky Hill, Colorado. So this weather feels perfect for him.
In fact, it's probably a little too warm for him.
Oh,
he could probably breathe since the atmosphere is a lot thicker down here. Not quite as thin as it is in Colorado.
Well, when we went to Denver that time, it was they said the temperature was 100 degrees, and we're walking around the city, and I'm not sweating. I'm like, it's not 100 degrees out here. I don't care what you say.
Yeah. All right, another punt here, and that's
an absolute bomb.
Over to the right of Arthur Brown, and they're going to spot that ball at the, we'll say, 22-yard line. So it's first and 10 now for Team Drip.
Where'd they put? Oh, they landed. They put it where it hit the ground.
Okay.
So at the 26. But if you measured that from where he kicked it, that was about 53 yards in the air.
Yeah, and at an angle too as well.
And a perfect spiral. It looks like he threw it.
Yeah, I think if anybody should be.
So now 9:24, down by 3. Come back in to try to get this thing for going two back look right here.
Yeah, we have not seen that.
Not at all.
So Jakaylin King is to the left of Brown, and to the right is the other touchdown guy.
And there goes King.
Right.
And there goes King.
Oh my goodness, he's gone. He's at the 20, 10, 5. That's another Army touchdown. This time is 76 yards from White. Once again, Ja'Kalen King out of Pike County. And that puts them up 27-24 over Team Swag with 9:12 left here in the game.
That was 74, my bad. It was from the 26. It was a 74-yard sprint to the end zone. Great blocking again. Didn't get touched. And just turned on the Jets when he got into the secondary, and it was see ya. So let's rehash the scoring runs. 58, 58, 80, and 74.
Yes, sir. Team Drip has been able to just nail it on the ground. They've been able to get things done on the ground all day. So.
And with 9:12 to go right here. Should be 28-24, correct?
Yes, sir. The scoreboard, they're just taking their time to put that extra point on there. There we go. Yep.
I mean, it just absolutely, you know, this has been a great event from the recruiting aspects of it, but just the ability that they've allowed so many kids to showcase their skills. You haven't seen one quarterback play, you've seen 4. So it's been one of those things where they've given everybody the opportunity to showcase what they can do, and you've had multiple, you know, opportunities to do that. So, I mean, you know, I'll recuse myself from talking about players of the game. For offense, I will focus on the defensive side of this, but, you know, you've had so many exciting plays from both sides. So we've got 9:12 left of this.
There's still plenty of football left here.
If we can keep the sun out a little bit longer, it'll make it a whole lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. All right, the kickoff here. There's going to be a low line drive bouncing on the ground.
Man,
and back in is Vaquez Foley. He picks it up around the 15, and it's going to be 1st and 10 now for Team Swag.
Tell you right, if you could kick that kickoff every week in the game, you would give up no yards in the return game.
Yeah, the kicker outside of the running back play that we've seen here, he's really showcased his talent.
Absolutely.
Kicking, either way, he's really impressed me. We was through punting, we was through kicking kickoff. It really hasn't really mattered. He's excelled at all the aspects of the kicking game, and we're even probably questioning some of the worst elements for a kicker, where the wind is inconsistent and is blowing all over the place. It hasn't mattered for him at all. He's just been able to just nail all these kicks.
Done an absolutely amazing job. We got about 4 minutes of game time left before we have to start talking about those players that have caught our eye, or did he say he wanted 2 players, one from both of us?
Let me see. Oh. I'll give you a definite answer. Just
there's
after that incomplete pass.
Nice RPO to start off.
Yeah, perfect pass from Tollotson to that's number 3, the receiver from Chattahoochee High School, Caleb Myers, and it just falls incomplete.
Give you an update on the Dallas Cowboys, New York Giants for Dallas.
And we're getting a Dallas and New York Giants upset score from the game announcer here.
I will refuse to comment on anything. I say nothing. It will only get me in trouble. So, 2nd and 10 right here after the incompletion.
And off to number 20. That's Damian Miranda on the carry. Nice carry there. Tough run.
And he's had a really nice day.
Yeah, he's quietly had a nice day. In fact, I think that's been the position that's definitely competed and played the best here so far.
I think you could take the running backs and then you could take the defensive fronts for both teams. Although I don't want to say that without mentioning that my man, Mr. Alexander, 29 for Team Drip, has been everywhere.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've gotten to see a lot of players that have excelled, and we're going to get a timeout right here for Team Drip, and Everything Athletes timeout. And Everything Athletes is an organization dedicated to growing awareness around mental health for athletes. They aim to not only remove the stigma of mental health in sports, but also provide tactical strategies and mental exercises to help athletes handle the toughest moments on their journey, such as defeat, injury, and retirement. Everything Athletes secondary in her book, The Eye of the Tiger from Kim Carducci, takes a deep dive into the sports gauntlet. As the former D1 swimmer at the University of North Carolina, Carducci has a unique insight into the ups and downs athletes face and the relations to their mental health. And we thank everything athletes for sponsoring the Our Vision Sports Education Foundation Junior Classic today. So 3rd and short right here. 7:45. 4-point lead.
For Team Drip.
I'm just telling you right now that if I am Team Swag, I'm going to that 7 offensive lineman look, and I'm going to just start running the football.
Exactly. Run the clock down a little bit more. Hopefully you get a touchdown with
But
a couple minutes left and go from there.
I'm also going to have a really good idea where 97, 90, and 93 are at.
All right, so they're going to hand the ball to Wagner. He's going to get 1 first down. He has his space on the left side. He's trying down the left sideline and is brought down by his shoestrings by number 25, Claude Albert Makalele. And there's a nice little run there by Caleb Wagner. It's another first down.
That's a Vito's Pizza first down.
Exactly.
That was a great run. I thought we were about to see another lead change.
Hand off to Miranda, and he has space on the left side.
Oh, wow.
Barrels over Makalele and gains around 8 on that play.
And here we go. Now we're playing some football right now.
Yeah, the physicality of this game is the physicality's been here all game. The way the
physicality's been here all game. The intensity's been here all game. You know what showed up now? Now the I want to win has shown up.
Yes, sir. Now it's a handoff to Cole at the middle and gets the first down here.
That ball was out. Did they call it a fumble?
I don't think they did. Now you can tell by the way these players are competing here, it's starting to get a little chirpy now.
This is time to win the game.
Yes, sir.
And that's a first down, so that is another Vito Pizza first down. And we've got 6:47. And Team Drip has called another timeout, another everything athletes timeout. I believe that they have called the timeout to kind of make sure they get this thing under control.
Yeah, and Uncle Mo is on Team Swag's side right now, so they're trying to keep calm him down and make sure that momentum does not shift even further to Team Swag side. So that's probably a good call here by Coach Hagan and Team Drip.
And just another thing, if we're if we're talking from football perspective, Team Swag scored to go up 21-14, and then there was a fumble, and they got the ball and they kicked a field goal and made it 24-14, and their offense had been on the field for the early part of the fourth quarter, and Team Drip erased that with 2 one-play drives.
Yeah.
So their defense has been on the field the entire fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So we go back to right here. We got 1st and 10. Ball is at the 23-yard line.
Yeah, this is Tillotson in the pistol. It looks like that's number 28.
It is.
Huggins Jr. behind him. Receiver in motion. They hand the ball off to Huggins Jr. And he has space on the left side of the field. Defender. And is down at the, I want to say around the 10-yard line, but there's a flag on the play.
They're going to call holding on Team Swag.
Oh, that was a nice run there by Huggins Jr., but that holding penalty might negate it. We'll check the call here.
Here comes Tony Terry back in the game for Team Drip, along with Jackson Thompson back in the game.
Yeah, they're going to call holding on Team Swag, so it's going to push that ball 10 yards back. Probably around the 33-yard line. Push it back to the 33-yard line.
I'm going to say this because in warm-ups, when I was watching Team Swag warm-up, who the guy that struck out the most to me just from a physical appearance and a speed setting was Rodney Huggins Jr., and we almost saw him hurdle a guy and run straight to the end zone right there.
Yeah.
I was like, when I saw him, I was like, those are the kind of guys that win you lots of football games.
Yep.
So 1st down and about 13 right here. clock rolls under 6:30 here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Tillison's in the gun with Huggins Jr. to his right. Takes a snap, looks to his left. Now he's going to scramble, throws to his left, but that's going to fall incomplete. Excellent coverage there by Team Drip. That was number 25 from Team Drip. Makalele on the coverage.
Makalele's had a nice drive right here. You know, he saved a touchdown, made a nice stop on the sideline, and then didn't get fooled by the double move over there on the hitch and go. And that was a really nice job by Team Swag's offensive front right there, because they just gave plenty of time for a double move and a chance to step up in the pocket when the pass rush has been pretty robust all afternoon from Team Drip. So 2nd down and 13. Ball is at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Tillotson drops it back. Now he's going to scramble to his right.
Oh, nice job.
It's going to be a touchdown for Team Swag. That is number 3, Caleb Myers from Chattahoochee High School on the reception.
Tillotson did a great job of stretching that thing to the sideline, and when he turned his shoulders, he forced the defender to treat him as a running back, and he just threw it right over his head.
That's going to make it now 30-28 with 5:55 left here. Team Swag with that U.S. Army touchdown puts him back over Team Drip. We're going to say that's a 25-yard reception, touchdown reception.
Snap, touch, kick, and it is good. And it was a 25-yard reception.
And this has been an exciting fourth quarter. We've seen Team Drip come back down from 10 points, get a lead, and now Team Swag responds with another touchdown. Well, now let's see if Team Drip can respond this time, and it'll probably be a one-play drive this time.
And we're not laughing at anything. So we just watched our cameraman, Joey, throw the football back from the extra point and hit the upright.
Well, he's lined up directly behind the upright, so that's not helping his chances there.
I mean, it hit the crossbar. I shouldn't have said the upright, but he threw it, trying to throw it to the officials, and it hit the crossbar perfectly. You can just see him kind of throw his hands up like, really? That was classic. Sun is out. It looks like the clouds are trying to make their way away. Are we going to get to watch the rest of this game in sunshine?
Yeah, the clouds have been the sun's been fighting against the clouds all game, and it looks like the sun might have won this battle. And we'll see who wins this battle right here with 5:55 left here.
So, yeah, we got triple nickel on the scoreboard. And that's going to be fielded again at the 13.
That's Pipes on the so-called dead ball return. Because once again, all special teams players are not live, so Team Drip is going to have the ball with 5:49 left here, and let's see if they get a final drive here.
I'm just going to let you guys know that my clipboard just flew off the ledge and hit me in the chest, and it knocked my phone down. And I'm in such bad physical shape right now from standing up for the last 9 hours. I couldn't even bend over to pick up my phone. It looked awful.
Well, this is around the third time so he has his phone on his clipboard with bonded paper, and it's meant to keep it from flying over. But the wind's been so strong all game. It's the third time this has happened. So that's a testament how terrible this wind has been all game.
All right, we're back in a pistol set right here. The two backs are back in. Give to King again. King spins around. King takes it to the outside. Give King 11 and a first down.
And this time he did not get a touchdown on this run. But still a nice run there by King. He was able to break a couple tackles and get the first down here. The clock is still ticking here. 5:35 now left here in the game.
This is an eternity. But Team Drip has used two timeouts left, or used two timeouts in the fourth. So they've got one timeout left. So that was a Vito's Pizza first down run right there. Now we're going back to the two-back look right here.
And off to King once again off the left side.
King is going to carry it.
Around the 40. Number 98 from Team Swag, that's Ty Montana, saying he has the ball, but I don't think the referees are buying that. So it's going to be second down, and we'll say
about 6.
Yeah, around 6 for Team Drip.
Brings up second down and 6. Great run by number 30.
So second down and 6 right here. Clock is under 4:45 and rolling.
Yeah, it was like Team Drip has brought back in Stanton in the game. The back behind him is Gray Herring once again. Stanton takes a snap, hands off to Herring. Herring doesn't have much luck there. He's met by a wall of Team Swag players, and I think he might have lost a yard or two there on that carry.
He did lose a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 right here, but this is 2-down territory, wouldn't you think?
Yes, it is, especially with the amount of time that's left in the game. We have less than it's around 4:15 now left here in the 4th quarter, and it's going to be 3rd down and 7 for Team Drip.
So got trips into to the left right here for Team Drip.
Stanton's in the gun, tearing to his left. He takes a snap, looks to his left, throws, has receiver, and it's caught by number 6, Tyler Trevino.
And
that's going to be enough for first.
No.
Wow, that is a terrible spot there from the referee.
How is that?
He clearly had the first down. He clearly had the first down.
That's a rough spot right
Ball
there.
should be spotted at the, I'm going to say at least 48, but they brought it back to the 45.
I agree.
So now it's 4th down and 1 for Team Drip. Let's see if you can get this first down here.
So, and that's going to bring a timeout right here. That's an Everything Athletes timeout. And as we've said before, Everything Athletes is an organization dedicated to growing the awareness around mental health for athletes. They aim not to only remove the stigma of mental health in sports, but also provide tactical strategies and mental exercises to help athletes handle the toughest moments on their journey, such as defeat, injury, and retirement. Now,
I do have to say this. I think if I was Coach Haygood, I would need to talk with him about that terrible spot there. That would definitely need to clear my mental health right there.
We would have to go to the Northside Hospital Orthopedic Institute. Wouldn't that, we'd have to do that. That's for sports medicine. But, what was our, we need to go to the Alpharetta Convention's Visitors Bureau replay to see where that was at.
Yeah, absolutely. So once again, this is 4th down and 1. Stanton's in the gun. Looks like that's number 7. Cameron Williams is checking as the running back. So Terrence takes a snap, throws it deep. Unfortunately, he's out of bounds. He's going to catch out of bounds. This is going to be a turnover on downs there.
What a great call. Everybody thought they're going to try to get the first down. They're going to sit short, and they had a receiver run wide open.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think from the pressure that Stanton got there caused him to throw the ball just a little bit out of bounds. But
also that, and he is throwing with the wind coming across.
Yeah, I
the field.
think the wind did catch it a little bit as well. But unfortunately, that was a turnover on downs there for Team Swag, and now the first down for Team Swag.
So with 3:23 to go right here, you have a 31-28 lead for Team Swag. Team Drip has 1 timeout left. Team Swag is going to get in that 7 offensive lineman set, and they're going to try to run this clock out.
Yeah, that's Crudbro back in the game. He's going to in the pistol, hands the ball off to Monroe, breaks a tackle, and he's going to be dropped at the, I want to say 41-yard line.
Gain of 4. And the timeout, that should be the last timeout for
Team Drip.
For
another Everything Athletics timeout.
They just told them they have 1 more timeout. I know for a fact they've called 3.
I mean, well, if I'm Team Drip,
unless they told them at the time where they were
when their timeouts didn't
they're
count.
putting a 3:15 back on the clock.
But I think if I'm Team Drip, I'm like, all right, thank you for the assist, Mr. Referee. You kind of got us on that one that one pass to Trevino. That was a first down, but they pushed it back 3 yards. So
yeah, definitely.
3:15 on the clock.
So it'll be 2nd down and 6. $3:15 to go here in the 4th quarter. And they've gone to that
7 lineman set once again.
Yeah,
Power running set.
This is definitely a power running set.
Kerbro's in the pistol with Huggins Jr. directly behind him. Hands off to Huggins Jr. And Huggins Jr. just immediately runs to the left side of the field. Has a little bit of space there.
And they're
He's
going
to
to
be tackled at the, I'm going to say 33-yard line.
Yeah, but they got flags.
That's definitely coming back here, unfortunately.
So
we saw about 4 referees throw a flag on that play, so it was quite obvious.
So, Mr. Johnson, while we have this penalty right here, you know, let's talk about those players that have you know, really shined and shown out, caught your eye. The caught your eye player. Who you got?
I'll give you a couple. So obviously the running back play has really stuck out. So I'll have to give it to your man from Pike County, number 30, Ja'Kylan King. He's had 2 very long touchdown runs. He's a very physical runner. He shows no mercy, and he tries to punish defenders, so I definitely think he's impressed me the most. Another player that has really impressed me is the kicker, who has kicked for both teams. It doesn't matter if it's despite these conditions, he's nailed all of his kicks, whether it's a squib kick, whether it's a deep kick. It doesn't matter if the wind's blowing in his face or riding his back. He's nailed all of his kicks today. He's really impressed me.
All right, I'm an offensive guy. So, you know, normally I do all the offensive guys. And I think guys like Wagner and Myers, all right, are all great players. I think, you know, offensive linemen don't get enough credit because they've done a great job at opening up holes. But I'm going to talk about these 3 dudes. Tony Terry, defensive lineman from Jackson, Missouri. All right. I'm going to talk about Al Childs, defensive lineman from Mitchell County, Georgia. And I'm going to talk about Avon Kelly, defensive lineman from Alpharetta, Georgia. Those 3 guys have shown up in a big way. All right. And as I said previously, that Rodney Huggins Jr. from Conway, South Carolina, when I saw warm-ups, I was like, I'm going to watch that dude, and he keeps showing up and making plays. But if you had to ask me, the guys that have caught my eye, and they caught it early, Al Childs has had a heck of a game. I mean, he's had a heck of a game. I think, you know, when you look at the other side, Avon Kelly's had a game where he's been in the passer's face. One of the touchdowns directly related to his pressure right there at the end of the first half. So, you know, those are guys, you know, and everybody is going to be looking for a defensive lineman.
Yep.
I mean, and that is the place where everybody feels like if you can get a dominant defensive line, you can win, you know, in any level of football. And so, you know, those are my guys that caught my eye. And I went, you know, not from defense, or not from offense, I went defense today because defensive linemen terrify me, especially game-wrecking defensive linemen, and those guys all have the potential to be game wreckers.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's either the running game or passing game. D lineman, an explosive and just a disruptive D lineman can completely ruin your game plan.
Absolutely. So 3rd down and about 15 right here, 14.
There was a 5-yard penalty on Team Swag, and they're just going to keep it simple and hand the
ball
ball
out.
That's going to be picked up. Swag Team Drip at the 47-yard line. That is number 16, Darian Perry with the fumble recovery, and 1:55 left. What's going to happen next?
Ball's at the 46. Guess what? The sun has come out. The wind is blowing through the open end of this stadium down here. And we've got a kicker that can hammer it. I said it was setting up for the O word, that overtime we might be getting right here. So just because I want to say Vito's Pizza one more time, that fumble sets up a Vito's Pizza 1st down for Team Drip with 1:55 to go, trailing by 3 to Team Swag in what has been an exceptional game today.
Yeah, competitive and exciting game. So Stanton takes a snap, immediately looks to his left. Now he breaks the tackle, has some little space on the right side, and he's just going to run right at bounds and lose around 3 yards on that play.
The sack will be credited to number 17, Kareem Good, the DB from Emerald, South Carolina.
And I guess the clock was still running there.
It
As you
was.
see, the coaches were just turning around to the scoreboard and yelling at the scorekeeper. It's like, hey, stop the clock, stop the clock.
After that loss of 1 right there, it'll be 2nd down and 11. I don't believe that Team Drip has any more timeouts left.
Yeah, I believe they're all out. unless the refs spot him one. So we'll see. So Stanton and Williams are in. Well, Stanton's in the gun with Williams to his left. Three receivers at the bottom of the screen. Stanton takes a snap, looks to his left. Now he's going to roll to his left, has space. He's got a little bit of space there, so he forward at the 41-yard line. Minute 30 and counting here. Final quarter. Stanton looks like he had the ability to get out of bounds, but
he was stumbled.
Yeah, a sniper came out of nowhere and just wound up tangling up his feet. So 120, he's counting.
Be interesting to see if they run the football right here.
Yeah. Third and around 5. Stanton takes a snap. Quick pass. Oh! That was Emo Fowler open on the curl route, and he unfortunately dropped the ball there. But the good news is that it stopped the clock with 1:10 left here in the game. Fourth down and 6 now for Team Drip.
Team Swag just changed out defensive linemen. And they're going to come after the passer right here. It would almost be interesting to see if you threw that screen you threw in the first half.
Yeah. And you have a good running back to do so. That's number 35. Now checking the game, Nelson Wright had the long touchdown run earlier. So Stanton takes snap, throws a pass. That's caught. Nice catch there by number 13, Pipes.
And that is another Vito's Pizza first down and a huge catch by Pipes right there, who has had an excellent game.
Yeah, he's played very well so far.
Oh, come back.
So it's going to be now first down and 10. They're going to spot the ball at the 33-yard line. Stanton's in the gun.
They're going to Pipes again right here.
Yep.
And he's there.
He's open. And that's going to be 21. Oh. David Gray with the huge interception.
And we heard Coach talked about him being a wide receiver in high school, so he could play in DB so he could get film.
And it looks like those receiver skills
Absolutely.
he finally took advantage of, and that's going to be, unfortunately, a turnover for Team Drip.
Oh, what an excellent job of recovering. And they had Pipes open down the sideline.
Yes, he was open, but barely by a little bit. The pass was a little.
Xavier Gay turned and ran and made a great play on the football.
Yes, he did.
And that right there should probably be the end of it. But what an amazing game.
If we can get an instant replay sponsored by Alfreda Convention Vision Bureau, it's an excellent job there once again by Gray to just catch the ball, get inside the receiver, get inside the Pipes, and just catch the ball and maintain possession. So it's going to be first and 10 for Team Drip. Team Swag, they just took a knee. And count this game on down. 40 seconds now left here in the fourth and final quarter here.
What an amazing event.
Yeah.
Just an absolutely amazing event.
Yep.
Set up, and run. We appreciate Coach Wise coming up here and giving us the inside information.
Yeah, gave us a ton of knowledge on how this Our Vision Sports Education Foundation group works. Giving us great insight on the players.
How the whole thing about how the process is amazing. And as the clock ticks down, the Team Swag will take the 2021 version of
the Next Level Junior Classic.
The Next Level Junior Classic, 31-28 in an outstanding football game at an outstanding event. And we're going to hang around and check out the trophy presentation this afternoon.
We do want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors: Everything Athletes, Vito's Pizza, Publix, U.S. Army, Mr. Willie's Barbecue, who has helped provide food all throughout the weekend here at the Next Level Junior Classic. Muscle Performance Science, BAM Property Solutions, Real Estate with Roots with real estate agent Don Good, and Northside Hospital Orthopedic Institute Sports Medicine. So the final score here, once again, at Kings Ridge Christian School at Van Sant Stadium. Team Swag with the nail-biting win over Team Drip, 31-28. looks like Coach Wise is going to give a quick speech to his players. That almost does it for us here on the Score 58 Network. I'm Dorian Johnson here with my colleague Craig Jackman. And we're going to go ahead and sign off here from Kings Ridge Christian School. Once again, final score, Team Drip 28, Team Swag 31. We'll see you next year for next year's Next Level Junior Classic, brought to you by Our Vision Sports Education Foundation. Thank you, and we will see you all next year.
So my thing is, when y'all want to move out of here, the coach is. So, as I told you guys, coming in, we have a very special thing going on with the next level junior class. When y'all came in, I know I gave y'all a skit. There was the reason why I was doing it. We do not give them these trophies in our event to nobody. And these trophies ain't for MVP. These trophies is more of what y'all did when you came in, how you carried yourself. And to be honest with you, if I could go order about 80 more of them, I'll give each one of y'all. So y'all came in this program as crazy as young boys, and I think the so last night to say y'all came in. So the Linwood Ferguson Award goes to Logan Edenet from California. we love what you're doing for Coach Brady, but you don't understand that you do the nobody in America outweighs all the dreams that look out the dreams that little people. None of y'all want to hear about dreams, because I'm going to tell you, we have some damn balls. Coach boy played today. Nobody lost today. Like I say, we started this process, man, with you guys with 6 months ago, back in July, May. A lot of you guys got off so much back in July, all that good stuff, man. Y'all trusted the process. Y'all had a lot of questions. We love it, man. Y'all trusted the process. Y'all stuck with us. You know, a lot of guys interested in what you guys did. Y'all gonna see the reward up. Y'all played y'all butt out today, man. Y'all made me so proud today, man. I was on that sideline watching you guys play, man. I shared the clip, man, because I wish you could play another quarter, man. I wish we could start this thing right back and play another game. No, we good. But like I said, man, none of y'all should go. None of y'all should go hang y'all head, man. Hold y'all heads high, man. All y'all come out and compete. That was the whole goal we had for you guys when y'all came in on Friday to compete. It's not about how you finish, man. That scoreboard don't mean nothing, man. Y'all played great. Way to finish, bro. You came in, I picked you up from the airport Friday, dog. You came in with a shot. But you still the game for your team, man. Hey, y'all give it up for Zay, man. Give Zay a hand, man. All you guys, like the Q, came in and said the word all week, but he showed up today. That's why we love to see, man. That's why I came got all you guys. All y'all my brothers, man. Y'all my little brothers. Y'all got attributes for life. Y'all got my number. Go call me. Continue to talk to me. I love all y'all, man. That's what I gotta say, cause we built a relationship. I know all you guys about first, last. I know everything about all you guys. Y'all my family, man. And we family forever. Y'all feel me? Hey, y'all feel me? Hey, we got family on 3, man. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Check it out, fellas. We're going to break off. But I mentioned this the other day. The young man of 20 years that told me that God was working in his life, man. And I told him I was going to lay him to the prayer for that day. So, what we in, because we're a family, it ain't swag and drip. It's a family. And I'm asking, man, to say a prayer for us, because all of us can get been in an airplane or whatever, man, and we need to be covered. Before I do that, I want all my jerseys and my pants before you walk out that door. And I'm going to put police security at the door. Okay? Y'all hear me? All right, then after that, hey, I'll see y'all in a couple days, so we'll reach out to all y'all. All right? Hold 1 second. It's on there.
Hey, can y'all bow your heads real quick? Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for allowing everybody to get here safely, Lord. Thank you for bringing us together and giving us this talent to play football and allowing us to do what we love, Lord. We pray that everybody will go home, get home safely, and they'll reflect on what they did today and learn.